So, I know this is something a little bit different, but I own quite a lot of games. Not as lot as like a lot of people do on YouTube with all their massive game collections, but I have quite a decent collection of games. And since I'm a speedrunner, I own different versions of games, all this stuff. So I thought what I'd do is show my game collection because it's something that I'm quite interested in as well. And I do collect them. I just don't have tons at the moment. But I thought I'd show my game collection. And yeah, just go over the games, you know, talk about them, stuff like that. So I'm going to start with PS2, which is my PS2 and my PS3 collection are pretty much equal in terms of how many I have. But my PS2 is my favorite, so that's what I'm going to go over because PS2 is probably my favorite console. But first, I want to mention what consoles I do have. I'm not going to show them because they're everywhere. But I own 2 PlayStation 3s. One's modded, one's not. 2 PlayStation 2s. One is a slim Japanese model, and the other is a fat PAL model. I own a PSP 1000 series. I own 2 PS4s. Again, one's a PS4 Pro, and the other one is a modded regular launch PS4. I own a PS5. I own a Nintendo 64, but I fucking hate that shit. It's disgusting. And I have one game for it, which is Shadow Man. I'm not going to show it because it's all packed up, but I own Shadow Man for the N64. That's all I have. What else? I own a Switch Lite, which I barely use, and I have 1 Switch game, so get ready for that amazing part of my collection. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I own a Wii, and I think that's it. I think that's all. Anyway, let's get started with the actual games. So, first one for my PS2 collection is Constantine, which, if any of you know me, you know that I fucking despise this game. I speedrun this game a long time ago, and I did a casual playthrough of this on Twitch. This specific version, I did it on PS2, and it was a fucking miserable time. It was like 7 hours of constant crap, staring at load screens every time you died. It was awful. So if you're going to play this game, don't play this version. Play like Xbox or PC, but I wouldn't play this game at all. I like Constantine, like the actual character of the film, but this game is not very good. But, you know, I like to speedrun crap, so that's why. Yeah, Constantine. Next. Oh, wait. You're passing me the games, aren't you? Shannon's here. She's passing me the games. I forgot. So, next is God of War 2, which sadly is not complete. It's just got the disc. I think I've had this for a long time, but this one is not complete. I've only got the disc. I don't know how long I've had this for. I've had it for a while, but I've never actually played it. I've played God of War 1 on the HD collection that was on PS3. Vaguely, I never finished it. The only God of War I have finished is the new one, the 2018 one, and I did speedruns of that as well, but I've never played this one. But I own it, so maybe one day I'll play it. I don't know. Oh, and next, isn't this my treasure, my PS2 treasure? It's the most expensive game I own on PS2, and that's Silent Hill 3. This is, according to, like, I'm going off CX prices here just because it's easy to get a vague idea of what it's worth, but their CX sell this for around £35, and it's the most expensive PS2 game I own. And I've had this, I don't even know how long I've had this. Well, I've had this for a long time, but this one is complete, and it has the, I don't even know what that is, but it is complete with the manual as well. And I only just recently finished this the other day for the first time. I've always wanted to finish it, and I did it on the PC version because something seems wrong with my version of this game where it was freezing at the start when you enter Silent Hill. I seem to have fixed it by cleaning the disc, but I ended up just switching to the PC version and finishing it on that. But I really enjoyed this one. This one's probably my favourite. I enjoyed it probably more than 2, I think. I didn't like the ending of 2. I thought it was a waste of time. But I really enjoyed this one. So, yeah. Silent Hill 3. Next is Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, which I know I've played some of the old Hitman games vaguely. I've never finished any of them. I don't really have much to say about this. There's a lot of games in my collection that I've never even played. Also, yes, that writing is on the inlay. I fucking hate people that do that. Like, why? And don't even get me started on stickers. I will talk about stickers because there is some amazing stickers. But yeah, so Hitman 2. I think this also got writing on the disc as well. Right there, you can see someone put mark of fucking pen on it, and as well on the manual, and writing on the manual too. It's so annoying. Yeah, I don't know much to say about this. I do know that Hitman's classic. I used to really be into Hitman when I was younger, but I've never actually played this that much. Always a saucy one. TNA Impact for the PS2. I picked this up the other day because my beautiful girlfriend Shannon bought it for me. Thank you. You can talk. Anyway, so yeah, I got this the other day. I've always wanted the PS2 version or the PS3 version because it has like a different kind of story mode character. You don't create your own, but you play as this like default dude with some red and blue tights. It's not Suicide. It's like they took Suicide 2 and just made it into a really weird default thing, but it's kind of cool. So I've always wanted to have that. But the PS2 version is quite cheap. This was £1 in CX, and yet the PSP version goes for like £25-30, something like that. Might even be more. It's really expensive for some reason. But yeah, TNA Impact, probably one of the better wrestling games. If you've never played a wrestling game, or if you don't like the WWE games, the SmackDown versus Raw, the 2K ones, this one's really good. I really like it. It's got a good story. So here's a good one that I used to play a lot when I was a kid, is Downhill Domination. Again, I recently picked this up the other day to put in my collection. Again, Shannon bought it for me, thank you. So this game is basically, it's just you go down a hill. Downhill domination. You just try and win first place going down a hill. You can do tricks and stuff, but the main aim of the game is to race down a massive mountain and get first place. It has a bunch of modes like arcade mode, career mode, stuff like that, but this it's actually quite difficult depending on what difficulty you played on, but this one is also complete as well. And I played this one a lot when I was a kid. I have a lot of memories with it. It's one of the games I did actually finish when I was younger, because a lot of games I didn't, but this one I did, and it's very good. So if you like racing games of any kind, or skateboarding games, stunt games, it's pretty good. You should try it. It's also got a great soundtrack, so play that. So next up is Ghost Hunter. It's a game that I have. I know it's about you have to go to like a school. Some stuff's going down. You got to try and hunt some ghosts. I've vaguely played it. I haven't played it much. It's a game again that I've had a long time, and I used to have it a lot when I was younger as well. But I couldn't get very far in it. But it is good. It seems a really good concept, so I would recommend trying it if you can. But I do need to play this still, so I might do it soon. Right, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, the dog shit platinum version. I hate platinum games. Speaking of which, I might as well show this now. I also have a platinum version of Crash Insanity. I do own this, the regular version, so I'm just going to show this. The platinum version. It's dog shit. Don't like it. I'll talk more about it when I actually get to the proper version. Yeah, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, obviously classic game. Probably like one of the first, third person like platformers that kind of like elevated like the series, and obviously went on to make more games and stalemate now. But this one is the classic. I used to play this a lot when I was younger. I could never finish it. I don't think I ever finished it when I was a kid, but I played it a lot. It's weird because I have the regular disc, so it's the platinum overlay, but it's the regular disc. I'd rather have that than the platinum disc. The platinum disc looks dog shit, but yeah, everyone knows about this game. It's classic. It's not worth a lot of money though, sadly. Right, this game's dog shit. Right, next one. Right, True Crime Streets of LA. It's fucking awful. True Crime Streets in New York is 10 times better than this, and even that game's fucking bad. So sorry, PMC, if you're watching. I know you love that game, but it is a bad game. And this one is even worse. I don't know how long I've had this. I don't care that I've got it. It's just there. Yeah, it's a game that's bad. Oh yes, yes. Now this is a beaut, right? Yeah, this is a beaut. I keep talking behind, so the mic's not going to pick me up. Right, this is a beaut. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. My favorite Metal Gear Solid game. I've only finished 1, 2, and 3. I've never finished any of them after 3, but this one was the best by far for me. Great story, great soundtrack. You know, the iconic scene when you climb up the ladder with the music playing. It's something so simple, but it's just great. I played the HD collection on PlayStation 3 when I played it. I did play through the PS2 version after the fact once. I'd kind of like speed run through it because I did speed run this, believe it or not. It's not on my profile anymore because they removed the game because they said that I wasn't single segment because apparently I loaded a save to do the end glitch, not a glitch, but the secret way to kill the end, and they disallowed it 6 years after I fucking done it, believe it or not. So that's nice. I did run this, but I ran the PS3 version, but I do own this one. Case is broken. That's nice. But yeah, what more can I say? This game is fantastic. If you've never played Metal Gear Solid 3 or Metal Gear Solid in general, this one is the best one. But they're all great, but this one is top notch. Right, so Evil Twin, Cypher. Is that how you say it? Cypher's Chronicles. I've never played this. I've had it for years, and I've just never played it. I don't really have much to say other than it's meant to be. You go into an underworld. I did read the back of it earlier. You go into an underworld, enchanting and disturbing world, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. You have to try and fight some monsters to get out. But this is where I'm getting a fucking pet peeve about these stupid stickers. So these bastards have put on a security label that you cannot take off. I tried. It left like marks. And then they had stickers on the disc that when I took them off, peeled off the print. So fuck you whoever did that. Hate you. And also they put a sticker on the manual which is also torn it as well, which is fantastic. I think it's also got stickers on the back on the inlay, not the actual case. But yeah, I've never played this. I do plan on playing it soon. So I don't really have much to say about it, but it seems cool. Oh, classic Soul Reaver 2. One of Salad's favourite games. Well, Soul Reaver in general. When I was a kid, I was infatuated with this game, but I've never actually finished it or even remotely got far in it. But I do really like the aesthetic of it. But I don't know, it seemed too confusing to me, so I didn't get very far. But I do like the game, and I do recommend if anyone has it to play it. If you're going to play it, maybe play the PS2 version. The PC version is kind of whack. Yeah, Soul Reaver 2, very good game. Oh, and is a good classic, but not a very good version of the game, Resident Evil 4. The PS2 version is not very good. If you're going to play this, play Gamecube, PC, not this one. But again, it's Resident Evil 4, great game. I've never finished this game watching the cutscenes. My casual playthrough of this, technically I skipped them all. I just wanted to play. And it's the only game I've ever done that on where I've skipped all the cutscenes just to play it when it's not been a speedrun. But I did end up going back through and I've nearly watched them all on the professional difficulty, but I still haven't finished it. But obviously it's a very good game. I'm very looking forward to the remake. Yeah, Resident Evil 4, yeah. Fucking Platinum Disc. Forgot to mention that. It's a regular case, but fucking Platinum Disc is also complete as well. Right, so another Hitman game. Hitman Contracts. I think this one was better than Silent Assassin. I don't actually know. I remember vaguely when I was younger, this is the one I wanted to play. But yeah, it's a Hitman game. I've never really played them that much, to be honest. Like I said with Silent Assassin, I don't really have much to say. But I do like the character. I think he's very cool. But yeah, Hitman Contracts. Always a goodie. Peter Jackson's King Kong. This game is worth fuck all, but I really like this game. It's also on PC and on PSP. You'll see the PSP version soon. The PSP version is basically just a shortened down version of this, but this game is very, very long. Yeah, I really like this game. It's very cool. I love how, like, when you reload, you don't have like an actual ammo count, but your main character says like 2 magazines on backup, and then you've got to remember how many magazines you actually have before you run out of ammo. It's very cool. Always a goodie. Is a goodie. So this is another one of my more expensive PS3 games, and that is Project Zero, which many of you people, if you're American, you'll be looking at this like, what the fuck's this garbage? This is the PAL version of Fatal Frame. So over here it was called Project Zero, not Fatal Frame. Yeah, I bought this years and years and years ago in a CEX for like, I think it was £10 or £15. I can't actually remember. It's not worth much more. It's worth like £30 now, but it's still, you know, worth a bit of money for a PS2 game. And I've still never finished it, and I've vaguely played it. I still need to play it. I'm probably going to do it soon. But yeah, Project Zero. Obviously, if anyone's played Fatal Frame, you know that's very good. Oh yes, and it's a beautiful, beautiful game. If you haven't gathered by my collection, I like a lot of survival horror games. And there's another great one, Cold Fear. This game kind of flew under the radar when it came out for most people. But this has actually gone up a little bit in price now. I think this is worth about £12 in CX, whereas I paid only a couple of quid for it like a long time ago. But if you've never played Cold Fear, it is very good. I've still never finished it. I literally got towards near the end of the game years ago when I couldn't figure out what to do, and I just got lost and gave up. But it is a very good game. It's basically you're on a ship and it's gone to shit. I don't know. You wouldn't really call them zombies, but they're like monsters, and they try and kill you. It's actually, I'm going to talk about another game later. I'll mention this again when I talk about that game, just because I don't want to mention other games. But it is a very good game if you've never played it. It's also on Xbox and PC as well, so you've got some options to play it. But I own the PS2 version. Oh, and there's another one in the Soul Reaver. Well, I say Soul Reaver series. It's not really a Soul Reaver series. Soul Reaver is part of the Legacy of Kain series. It's just like a spin-off, but Legacy of Kain Defiance, which has got Kain and Soul Reaver down there. Right there. There's his face. I haven't really played this one much, to be fair. So I can't really say much about it. It's also complete. I don't really have much to say. It's a game. It seems cool. It's got like a different camera to the other ones. I don't know if you can see. Got like a different camera style. You can't really see it on there, but when I vaguely played it, it seemed good. So, and this one's a little bit like more expensive as well. I think it's about £10 to get this from CX. So you know, people on eBay are probably going to be selling it for more, which is what they usually do. But yeah, you should check it out. This crap. The Shield, the game. This game's meant to be really bad. I've never played it. I've watched someone speedrun it once. I don't remember when, but I've never played it. I couldn't really tell you anything about it. I just have it. I think this came in a bundle when I bought my actual PS2, and to add insult to it, it's not even complete because it's dog shit, so I don't really have much to say. I've never played it. Always a good one. Men in Black 2 Alien Escape. This game is basically, how do I describe it? It's probably the best Men in Black game. If you like Men in Black and you've never played this game, you should play it. It's very, very good. It's very hard though. I have done a speedrun of this. So if you want to check that out as well, that's also on my YouTube. But I have done a speedrun of this game on the Gamecube version on emulator because PS2 gee shit. But it's very good. It is a very good game. This one isn't complete. Oh, it is complete. Oh no, it's not. It's got a stupid leaflet. It doesn't actually have the manual, so it's not complete. Yeah, there's not really much to say. You just have to play it. You just shoot some aliens and go through the level. This case is also broken, which is nice. Yeah, it's a very good game. Splinter Cell. I've never really played this much. I only played it a little bit when I was a kid. So I don't really have much to say. I know people love this game, but I can't really say anything about it. It's also not complete as well. I don't know. Most of my games are complete, but a small handful of them aren't, and this is one of them. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. I never really was into Splinter Cell, so I don't really have much to say about that. Yeah, and you can't have a PS2 collection without, you know, some Grand Theft Autos. So here we go, Grand Theft Auto 3. This one I didn't play much on PS2. To be fair, but obviously it is a classic. It's the one that started it all pretty much on the 3D generation when PS2. Well, not 3D generation. The originals on PS1 were top down. This is the first one that was like third person, open world, and it's obviously very good. But yeah, I've never actually even finished this one myself. I've never finished this or Vice City. I've only finished San Andreas onwards, so I don't really have much to say about this, but it is obviously very good. Oh, speaking of Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I think this is complete. No, it's not. Yeah, there's no manual, but I don't actually know where I got this from or why I have it. I don't remember how I got it, but I have it. So you know, I have all of the PS2 ones. Apart from Vice City Stories, so we'll get onto that. But very good game. I wasn't really a big fan of Vice City. Most of my time was spent on Vice City was when I would come home from school and just piss around, just driving over people and driving around on the beach. That was pretty much it. I didn't really play the story in these games when I was a kid because I was gormless. I didn't know what I was doing. I just drove around and did stuff. It was cool. But I guess that's what the appeal was with these games when you were younger. I was just doing random shit. So Need for Speed Carbon. This is probably one of the games in my collection that is in the worst fucking condition. Well, for PS2 anyway, I've got way worse games, and I will get onto that later. But most of these are from CX. I'll talk more about it when I get to one of them. This one isn't from CX, but I just didn't look after it very well. I had a lot of some games in storage that I didn't have nowhere to put, and this is one of them that got mistreated in that regard, which is highly upsetting. But yeah, this one is complete. It's just not in very good condition, and I'm not, when it comes to Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2, I vaguely played. I know stuff about that, but after that, not really. So I've never actually really played this at all, so I don't really have much to say. SSX Tricky, again another PlayStation classic. I've never really played this either. I was never really into snowboarding games when I was younger, so I didn't really play this much. But I know a lot of people love the SSX series, but I didn't play it that much. But this one is complete. Yeah, SSX Tricky. I know people like this series, but I haven't touched it. Ooh, Extermination. So this has got a really cool case. It's like shiny. You can see that it's like got a gleam to it. But it's a survival horror game. Again, set in like an Arctic base or something. I didn't play it much, just because of the fact that I can't remember what it was about it, but there was something that made me stop playing. I don't remember what it was, but it seems pretty cool. So if you like survival horror games, then you can pick this up and play it if you want to. Again, fucking stickers on the fucking inlay. This one isn't complete. I know that for a fact. Again, CX. Living up to the name. Oh, here's a good series. Throwville. So I used to love this game when I was a kid. The original, not this one. This is the sequel. But I don't actually own the original. I should put it in my collection. I just need to try and get it. But I don't own that one. But this is basically just a theme park simulator, but more towards kids. But it's really fun. It's also on PSP as well. I think this is complete too. Yep. It's got quite a big manual. Yeah, Doorbell. Very good series. Well, here's a controversial one, especially in the UK, and that is Manhunt. Obviously, if you don't know, this game was banned in the UK when it came out. I don't know how long the ban lasted for, because obviously they must have lifted it because I'm sitting here with it right now. Yeah, again, this is a game that I own, but I haven't really played too much. I played it a while ago, and I didn't play it for long. I did a video on it years ago. It's like some stupid, shitty, funny meme video. But I should play it. But yeah, obviously, this one is complete as well. This is the manual. It doesn't look like the manual, but it is. It's weird. Yeah, it seems pretty cool, but I can't really say much on it because I haven't played it too much. Shadow Man 2. What can I say? It's crap. If you've played Shadow Man 1, and like Shannon knows this, I love Shadow Man. Absolutely adore Shadow Man. I liked it when I was a kid, but I recently picked it up like not long ago when the remastered version came out, and I fell in love with it. I love Shadow Man, the lore, the character, everything about it. I love it. The music, all of it. This game is literally a stain on the existence of Shadow Man. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they made this crap. Not only for the fact that they made Michael like a buffy, massive dude, even though in the first game he was a skinny, thin bloke, but they made him his dead side version just a skeleton. Why? I even have a Shadow Man poster like just up there on my wall. I love Shadow Man, but this game is not good. I have finished it. I was gonna speedrun it, but then the 4-hour point on that speedrun just kind of maybe not wanted because it's very long. It also is a CD game, which just adds to more of the point that it's shit. And this game is that well made that sometimes when you open the game, the textures will just be like default textures, like the grey and white blocks, just like default textures, because it's that good that they didn't even fix that. Sometimes when you load a level, it will just the textures won't be loaded. It's that amazing. But if you find it cheap and you like Shadow Man, I guess you should play through it. If you owe it to yourself to play through it if you like Shadow Man. But this game is bad. It's not very good. So another game that I have that I've barely played is TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I played this vaguely a long time ago when I started to like get into glitch hunting, so I played it, but I didn't play it very long. It's a game. If you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, maybe you'll like it. I was never really a fan, so I just have it. Don't really have much to say about it. Again, a game that I have that I don't really know much about is Ghost Rider. I love Ghost Rider, the character, the films. I dig them, but I don't know. I've never actually played this, I don't think. But I just own it. I don't know where I got it from. Also, fucking stickers on the manual. Why? Like literally, when I was preparing for this video, I had a sticker on one of my games on the manual, and I tried to peel it off, and it was coming up perfectly. And right when it got to the corner, it fucking tore the page. I was not happy. I'll show that when I get to it because I haven't covered it yet. But yeah, Ghost Rider. It seems like a cool game. A lot of it actually has pretty decent reviews, but I've just never really played it, so I don't really have much to say about it. Another game that again I haven't fucking played, Die Hard Vendetta. I have a lot of games in my collection that I do need to play. And this is one of them that I've been thinking about trying to get into, because I used to love the original Die Hard trilogy back on PS1. That was a classic. The Die Hard 1 storyline with the with the office buildings, that was really cool. I really liked it, but I've never actually played this, so I should. All I know it's a first-person shooter. It's also not complete, but all I know is a first-person shooter. It also comes with the making of the game. You can't see it. Mode and making of, yes. Amazing. 007 Everything or Nothing. This is maybe an unpopular opinion, but this is by far my favourite James Bond game. And that's not really saying much because I didn't really play many of the others. But this, if you haven't played this game, it is really good. So unlike the other ones, the first ones that came before it, this one is a third-person game, not a first-person. And it has a really good story, really good soundtrack. The actual like James Bond always has his like signature, song for every film and movie. This one has also a signature song, and it is very good. It also has Willem Dafoe in it as well. I think that's Eva Mendes. No, it's not even. I can't remember her name. What's her name? Hang on. Let me just try and find it. Maya. That's it. Maya. I can't remember her name. It's got Maya in it. It's got her. It's got, what's her name? I know her name. Anyway, it's got Willem Dafoe in it. He plays a bad guy. It's a really good game. So if you haven't played this one, I would definitely play it. It's really, really cool. Would recommend. Right, so Metal Gear Solid 2. It's a game. I know I was talking about the Metal Gear Solid series being great. I didn't really like this one that much. I did finish it. I finished, like I said, I finished 1, 2, and 3. I didn't really like this one as much. Not even because of the fact that you play as Raiden for most of the game. That didn't bother me. It just, I don't know. It just didn't click with me. But I do own it, and this one also comes with the making of as well as the game, which is cool. It's not really worth much, so you can probably pick this up for really cheap. Probably like £2 in CEX. It's not worth a lot of money. Oh, another platinum, and this one is not in very good condition either. Pirates of the Caribbean: Legends of Jack Sparrow. Again, a game I've never played. What does it say? It's a game I've never played it. I own one Pirates of the Caribbean game on Steam. It might be this one. I don't know. Again, platinum disc, dog shit. Hate platinum games. So this one's also got the silver platinum case, which I think is the only game that I actually own that has the silver platinum case, which is platinum. The other ones don't. My Crash, Twin Sanities, it's got a black case, and the Sands of Time has got a blue case. So the only notable factor about this is the case, and it's also damaged as well, so that's nice. But yeah, I've never played this, so don't have much to say. Again, another game that I've never played, and I don't have much to say about. Prisoner of War, and also the inlay is like ruined on the top, which is really nice. And there's a nice sticker on the inlay as well, right there, which is lovely. But I've never played this. I don't know what it's about. I couldn't tell you. I guess you're a prisoner of war. You have to escape. I don't know. World War II. Never played it. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that. Fantastic Four. Another superhero game that I have also never played. You're probably going to get sick of hearing that throughout this video, but I've never played this either. And I have it. Maybe I have played it. Maybe some of these games I've played for like 5 minutes then turned them off. My attention span was not very good, and even now it's still not very good. Also, fucking stickers on the manuals, gotta love that. But yeah, I don't. If I have played it, I don't remember playing it. I don't really have much to say about it. So yeah, I can't really recommend it or not recommend it. Oh, now here's a fucking pile of horse shit right here. Bad Boys 2. This game is fucking awful. If you've looked at like reviews for this game, I think it's rated as one of the worst PS2 games to be released. This is really bad. And there's a funny story about this. So me and Liam, also known as Hecky, you may know him, you may not. We did a blind race of this game on the PC version, and it was a fucking miserable time. I won because I'm obviously the best. But it was not fun. This game, the aiming is awful. The controls are awful. The gameplay is awful. Everything about this game is awful. I don't know what else I can say that's bad about it. It's just all bad. And then he went and bought the PC version, and for some reason I don't know why. Yeah, I have played through and finished this, and it is shit. And take my word for it, it is really bad. I don't actually know why. Only on PS2, I just do. Oh, here's a great one. Here is a beauty right here. This is a beaut. Friends, the one with all the trivia. I love Friends. So does Shannon. Me and Shannon love Friends. It's our favourite show. And I bought this for me and her to play. And she's done some speedruns. She actually has the world record in this game on speedrun.com. So she also has the world record for hard roast, which is like the hardest mode, but I forgot to upload it. But yeah, if you like Friends, this is definitely a game you want to play. It's got a bunch of questions, and it's really cool. It's also on PC. I do have the PC version. It just hasn't arrived yet. I only bought it recently. just so I could have it. I didn't actually know there was a PC version. But yeah, Friends, Friends, the one with all the trivia. If you like Friends, you should play this. It's really cheap as well. The Italian Job, LA Heist. I don't really have much to say. It's also not complete. I've never played it. It's a racing game. I'm assuming. Is it? Is it a racing game? Yeah, it's a racing game. I've never played it, but yeah, I don't know. Oh fuck off! What's this dog shit? Fucking NBA Live 2003. This is the only sports game that I own on PS2, which is really surprising considering most people have like tons in their collections just because they're so cheap. This is the only one I own. I've got some sports games on like PS3. Actually, no, I don't. I think I only own one sports game technically. Well, one like sports game like this, like football, basketball, stuff like that. This is the only one I own on PS2, and I think I own one on PS4. But yeah, NBA. I've never played it. I've played NBA 2K15, 16 on PS4 a while ago, but that's it. I've never touched this. I don't even know why I fucking have it. I don't even know where it came from. Always a good one. Warren likes these ones. Soldier of Fortune. My good friend Hutch T, you know him as Warren. Some people do. He really likes these games. I've never played this. I don't even know why I have it. Again, I've never touched this game before in my life. But it looks cool. So I was actually thinking the other day about trying it out because I've never really played many first-person shooters on PS2. So I was thinking about trying this out. Also, these Codemaster games sometimes have these like little lines on the top of the disc, which is weird. Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. I've never really played it, so I can't really say anything about it, but I will try it out. Always a beaut. Here's a beaut. See, X-Files, Resist, or Serve. So there wasn't many X-Files games released. I think there was only 2. There was one on the PS1 and this one on the PS2. This game has basically became like an underrated classic gem now. It actually sells for a little bit of money. In CEX you can buy this for £15. I paid around 17 for my copy. Just because I wanted to talk about this more later, but when it comes to CEX and buying pre-owned games, you take the gamble of whether it's in good condition or not, because you don't know. If you buy one, you could get any one from any store. It could be incomplete without the manual. The case could be in tatters, which you will fucking see, because I've got about 4 games that are completely fucking destroyed. They look like they've been shoved in bathtubs and fucking had a nice little bath with the fucking inlay in it. I don't know why. And the annoying thing is some of those games are actually quite expensive. So when it comes to games that I want to look nice and complete, I'm not going to use CX, but this is cheaper in CX, but I paid a little bit more just to guarantee that it was in good condition. You've got the disc and manual. Yeah, and this is it's actually a pretty good game. I'm still yet to finish it. Might be a future speedrun as well. Yeah, the X-Files Bliss Serve, pretty good. Oh, here we go. The start of the classic Dead to Rights. So as you know, I also speedrun this game. Never speedrun the PS2 version because it is the slowest out of all of them. But I do own it. This is what I played this game on when I was younger, the PS2 version. If you've never played Dead to Rights, this game is fantastic. The story's great, the soundtrack's great, everything about this game is great. You should play it. Don't play 2 or Retribution because they're fucking dog shit. Just play this one and leave it at that. Yeah, this game is very good. It's like Max Payne where you play as a cop. He basically gets framed for murder and he has to like prove his innocence and stuff. It's very good. Oh, here we go. One of my favorite, probably my favorite Resident Evil game, which is probably weird because many people would be like, really? But Resident Evil Dead Aim. This game was my childhood. I remember when this game came out. What year did this come out? 2003, wasn't it? Yeah, 2003. So when this game came out, I would have been 6, and I remember going into game, and they had like a standee with like a one of those marketing walls or whatever with this game plastered all over it. And what appealed to me was the gun con. So it had the gun, and obviously you point the gun at the screen and you shoot. And I begged my mom to get this for me for my birthday. And obviously I was 6, so this game fucking scared the shit out of me. But she did get me with the gun con. I wouldn't play it with the gun con now. I don't really like the gun con, but this game is just one of my favorite games. When I was a kid, I loved this game so much. Just because it's more so nostalgia than anything. It's also got a great soundtrack and probably one of the best save room songs out of all the Resident Evil series. And people will agree with me that the save music for this game is very good. Yeah. For the European version, this game may look different to you because we got a different case. So as is like the white with the eye, and then the white disc and all that, which a lot of people prefer this, but I prefer the way the American version of the game looks. It looks way cooler. But yeah, this game is also quite expensive nowadays. Well, this will cost you around £15 as well to buy from CEX. Yeah, very good game. If you've never played this one, I do recommend it. It's not for everyone, but I really love this game. What is a good another beaut? My favorite Crash game, Crash Insanity. This was the first Crash game that wasn't actually made by Naughty Dog. But I never really liked the originals. When they went into like a third-person kind of open world-esque game, I loved this when I was a kid. I finished it so many times, and obviously I did mention it earlier. I do have the platinum version. This is the regular version, not the platinum. I do own both. So I'd wait to talk about it here for this one. But I love this game. It's great. If you've never played this game, I recommend playing it. The soundtrack is excellent. The soundtrack of this game is entirely a cappella, and it's done by a group called what's their name? Spiral Mouth. I think it's Spiral Mouth. They did the entire soundtrack a cappella, and it's brilliant. So if you've never played this game, you really should play it. Oh, another beaut. A lot of beauts. The Thing. Again, a game that I speedrun a lot, or did speedrun a lot. So The Thing is probably one of my all-time favourite movies, apart from Titanic. I love the Titanic. I'm sad, I know. But this is probably my second favourite movie of all time. I love the original The Thing. It's great. The sequel prequel is alright as well. But, you know, the original is great. And then obviously this is the game, which is technically a canon sequel to the film. John Carpenter has said himself that this is a canon sequel to the film. So if you want to find out what happens after the movie, you need to play this game. But you basically play as Sergeant Blake, who gets called to the outpost where all the stuff happened, and you have to figure out, you know, what happened and all that stuff. And it's very good. Definitely an underrated gem on the PS2 in terms of like horror. This is also on Xbox and PC, and the PC version of this runs well on modern systems, so you can play the PC version as well if you want. It doesn't really have any troubles, but the PS2 version is still really good and it holds up very well. So, speaking of Resident Evil Dead Aim, here we have Gun Survivor 4 Biohazard Heroes Never Die. This is the Japanese version of Resident Evil Dead Aim, and this has the box art that I prefer. So this is the same box art technically as the US, you know, American NTSC version. It's just got a different logo. So obviously in Japan it was called Gun Survivor 4 Biohazard Heroes Never Die. And this is one of my prized possessions. Even though it's not rare or anything, I just love this game so much that I'm glad I have this version of the game just because it looks so much better. And again, one thing that the Japanese versions of games do really well is their discs. Their discs always look so much better and cooler, more colourful. And you'll see that with the game that's coming up next. But yeah, very good. It's even got the receipt in it. I didn't even notice that before. Is that a receipt? No, it's not a receipt. I don't know what that is, but something that's in there. Yeah, Resident Evil Dead Aim on the Japanese version. There isn't really much difference other than like obviously the subtitles being in Japanese. The voiceovers are still in English. Menus are still in English. The difficulties have got different names. So like easy is called So Sweet. I don't remember the rest, but yeah, obviously I've just spoke about this game. It's a great game. And another Japanese game. I only own 2 Japanese games on PS2, and this is my second one, Extermination. So I spoke about this game earlier. It's the same game, just the Japanese version. The only reason, like I said, I didn't finish that game. The only reason I bought this is because I was planning to do a speedrun of it, and the Japanese version is faster. And someone in the UK was selling this for like £7, so I bought it just so I can have it. And again, this is what I was talking about with their discs. So this looks blue to you. It does look blue on the camera, but this is purple. These are purple, and it looks very cool. Yeah, Extermination, I spoke about it earlier. This is just the Japanese version, very cool. Ooh, goody goody. Well, it's not a goody goody. It's not a great game, but The Mummy. The Mummy Returns. A PS2 game. Based on the film. It's alright. You can pick two characters which you want to play as. You can either play as Rick or Imhotep. I haven't played it much. Even when I was younger, I didn't get very far because I suck. And every time you died, you had to restart the entire level. And I didn't realise you could just pause and save the game because I was a stupid little shit. Yeah, it's cool. And there's another Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Now, I've got a lot to say about this game. I love GTA San Andreas. I think most people do. But this has got to be my favourite. And I've never finished this game. But out of all the Grand Theft Autos, this has my favourite radio station. Head Radio on this game has like some of them, like the best songs out of all the games. And I might be like weird saying that, but I love the radio on the Head Radio on this game. It's great. But the game is also good. I still need to finish it. That's why I picked up this. I've only recently picked this up because it was in really good condition. It was actually complete with the map, as well as the manual and the poster. I picked it up. It was only £5 because I do plan on actually trying to finish it, and I thought I'd do it on the PS2 version instead of PSP. So that's why I have it. But yeah, I think this game's great. Great soundtrack. Oh, here we go. Here's the beauty. Fucking Airblade. I love this game. I don't know what to say. Well, I don't know what more I can say. This game has one of the best soundtracks of any game. Period. I'm in awe about the soundtrack. It's just amazing. A lot of games, you know, build their soundtracks off of like different artists. So like they might put Slipknot or Avenged Sevenfold into their game and be like, oh cool, we've got a good soundtrack. This game, the entire soundtrack was made for this game, and it is great. If you've never heard the soundtrack of this game, it's so good. It's so good. Especially Industrial, which is the song for the third level, which is funny because it's the level I hate the most. Yeah, it's really good. It's basically Tony Hawk's Pro Skater but with a horror board. You do goals in every level and move on. It's very short. Obviously, as you know, if you watch my channel a lot, I do speedrun this game. And I have I've been speedrunning this game for 7 years. And I've been playing it since I was a kid. I have a lot of experience with this game. This version is not complete. Sadly, I don't have the manual. But I do have a version coming. It should have come today. It'll probably come tomorrow. With the manual. Yeah, Airblade. Fantastic game. I love it. I don't know what else to say. It's great. Play it. Oh, here we go. A good one as well. A lot of games that I used to play when I was younger. So, Portal Runner. Excuse me, camera, please stop. Why is it now deciding not to? Why did it go out of focus? Whatever. Portal Runner. So this game is basically a spin-off to the Army Men series with like the green little Army Men toys. It doesn't look like it because you can't really tell when you look at it. But basically, she is the girlfriend of Sarge, and she basically gets stuck in like a different world, and she has to like travel between all these worlds to get out and save the world and stop this woman from stealing your boyfriend, whatever. It's a good game. I was gonna learn the speedrun, but I don't know. The speedrun was kind of seemed a bit boring, so I didn't really. I learned about half of it, but didn't really pursue it much after that. But this is a decent little casual playthrough. Also, the box art is completely different in the American version, the NTSC version as well. So that's probably why this might not look similar. I don't know which one I prefer. I think they both look pretty cool. But yeah, Portal Runner, pretty good. Right. Van Helsing. Again, another beat 'em up. This is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you could say this is kind of like an early version of Dark Souls. Actually, not really. That's bollocks. But it's really cool. If you like Van Helsing, if you like the film, you might like the game. I used to like playing this when I was a kid. It does have Hugh Jackman voicing the main character as well. And recently, I picked this up because I lost my disc. I do have the case. Is it down there? So I had this version, which was my other version, and as you can see, it's got shitty stickers and stuff all over it. But I lost the disc. I don't know where it went. When I was sorting stuff out, I just opened it and noticed it was gone. So I bought it again to have the disc. I was planning just to buy the disc, but I couldn't find anyone just selling the disc for a reasonable price. I also own Half-Life as well. The case is not in very good condition, but I also own a Half-Life, and I don't know where the disc is for this either. It's gone. I don't really plan on buying this again. No, I don't really. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Van Helsing, pretty good. You should play it. I should play it. I've never finished it. Yeah, Van Helsing. Oh, here we go. Is the goodies. You might as well give me both of them. So, Blade 2. Obviously, as you know, many of you know, may not know, this is my favourite game of all time. Apart from Last of Us. I'm a bit thing for The Last of Us. But in terms of like retro, classic nostalgia, this game is my favourite game of all time. I grew up with this game. I played it so much. I love it so much. And I've accomplished so much with this game that like, I don't even know where to begin. Let me put this one to the side for now, and we'll focus on like the regular. So this is just the regular PAL version, the one I've had for a while. This one is also complete as well. So it's funny because for the speedrun, NTSC is actually faster, but I've been speedrunning this game for years. I've done I did GDQ's one and done-a-thon of this game. I did a hotfix run of this game as well for GDQ. I've also met a great human known as Tom Forsyth, who was actually a developer of the game. Because I reached out to him to see if he wanted to do an interview kind of thing with me about the game, so I could talk to him about it, and that was great. It lasted for like 4 hours. Yeah, it was like 4 hours. It was really fun to talk to him, and ever since then I've kept in contact with him. He's done multiple commentaries for marathon runs I've done this game, and for someone who basically this game got the company shut down. Not many people liked it. It had really bad reviews. No one could get behind the combat system. I don't know why. It's great, and I love it. But it didn't get very good reviews, and for a guy who basically lost his job because of this game, to relive that and to talk about it and actually really enjoy doing it is great. And it's really fun to hear the stories and some of the great stories about how like there was a lot of jumping puzzles in the game, and they ended up removing them one by one because they weren't fun, and then eventually there was only one left, and it was in the tutorial teaching you how to jump. I never knew that. I never even caught on until he told me, and it's just great. So yeah, I love this game. It's not everyone's taste, but if you've never played this, and I think it's more so because of the fact that I love the character of Blade as well. I love Blade in general, so it was a given that I was going to like this. Yeah, I love this game. So I also own, which I got recently as well, because I could never find this for the fucking life of me. So there's always been an ISO, very rare ISO for a French version of this game, and I could never find an actual physical copy, but I managed to find one very recently that I'm very happy to have in my collection. So this is the French version of the game, which has French voiceover. So there is a German version, but that also is in English. So the German version has the exact same disc as this version. Exact same disc. But it's just got like German text and a German manual. But this one, the French version, has as you can see, it's got no like 15 rating on the disc. It's weird, but the French version does have a French disc, and if you can really tell that it's in French, and all the dialogue's in French and everything's in French. So I'm really glad to actually own a physical copy of this, and also the manual's all in French as well. I'm just glad I have a physical copy of this. Yeah, Blade. I love this game. One of my favorites. If you've never played it, play it, please. I know a lot of people have watched me run this that say that it's like one of their favorite speedruns now to watch. So yeah, if you've never played it, you should. Oh fuck yeah, dude! Fuck yeah, dude! Oh, why is it not focusing? Hello. Why is it not focusing? Right, please stay. Okay. Ruin the moment. Britney's dance beat. What can I say? It's Britney's dance beat. You dance to the beat of the Britney. I've never actually played. I've never played it, but it looked cool, and I'd like to own memes. I love my memes, so I bought it. I do actually plan on playing it. It's got a pink disc as well, pretty cool. Some Britney. I might do a speedrun of it eventually. We'll see. And of course, we can't go through a PS2 collection without talking about this. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That probably everyone who's got a PS2 collection owns this game. It literally is the most popular PS2 game of all time. And it's great. It's a great game. This is probably one of the games I played a lot when I was a kid. This one isn't complete, sadly. I don't have the poster, which is unfortunate. But again, I'm not going to talk about it much. Everyone knows about San Andreas. It's a fantastic game. Another good classic that I played when I was a kid, the original Hulk. This is also on Gamecube, and I think it's on Xbox, and it is also on PC as well. But I really dig this game. I haven't actually finished it. It's actually quite hard, this game. Otherwise, rate a fucking 12. This is complete, which is good. But yeah, I still should finish this at some point or try to. But if I was going, I'd probably try and get like a Gamecube version or something. But yeah, it's a good game. And again, another absolute classic. Max Payne. Everyone has heard of Max Payne. And obviously, as you know, I speedrun Max Payne 2. The speedrun for Max Payne 2 is better than 1 in my opinion, but this is like the game that started it all. And I love Max Payne. This is funny because I remember this was a game I mentioned to my mum when she was younger and she refused to let me have it. Apparently it was too violent. I think this was nearly actually banned. I don't actually remember what the story was, but I just know that she didn't want me to have it. But yeah, she was fine with me having Resident Evil Dead Aim with a gun to shoot things. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, Max Payne. What more can I say? It's Max Payne. Everyone knows Max Payne. Great game, fantastic game. Can't wait for the remake when it comes out. And another little classic that I played when I was younger as well, and that is Blood Rain. Great game. I've never actually finished it. Technically I have, because I technically learned the speedrun. I've never done like a casual playthrough and played through it and finished it watching all the cutscenes. But I was going to do the speedrun on PC. I still need to do it. Because the beautiful Toxic taught me it. I just never actually ran it. I should eventually. Also, fucking stickers. I think this game also, yeah, it's got a sticker on the manual. And it's got a sticker right there on the inlay on the fucking side, which is so annoying. But yeah, Blood Rain, great game. The second version, the sequel to this is actually quite expensive. Oh, and here's the game I was talking about earlier. X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge, another great game. If you've never played this one, you should. It's pretty fun. It's quite hard though. It's also on the GameCube. I think it's on the Xbox. I'm not sure. It does have a PC version as well, but I don't know how well that works. I've never really seen anyone play it. Yeah, so this game is the one where, as you can see, I tried to peel off the sticker, and right when I got to the end, it just fucking ripped the book, and I was not a happy camper, honestly. Yeah, this is a great game. I used to love this game when I was younger, so you should definitely try it out. Right, so I believe this is the final PS2 game that I own. Ultimate Spider-Man. This game is actually worth quite a bit of money, but as you can see, you might think, oh, that looks really nice. Nice from, you know, first viewing. Then you fucking turn it over. I don't know if you can see that the inlay is just, it's got like water damage all here, which is unfortunate. I don't know how that happened. It might have been like that when I got it. I don't know. I don't remember when I actually got this, but again, classic Spider-Man game. I've never actually finished this one. I should. But yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man, the final game in my PS2 collection. It took a lot longer to talk about the PS2 collection than I thought it would. But yeah, that's it for the PS2 games. Alright, so next up we've got PlayStation 1. I don't have many PS1 games. But again, we'll start off with the, you know, my classic lovely Blade. Love my Blade. Although this game is, I don't know, it's a game. It's alright. It's hard. It's fucking hard, I tell you. I did a stream playthrough of this. I think I actually highlighted it. It's on my Twitch. If you want to watch me play through it for the first time. The end of this game is fucking absolutely dog shit. I laughed my ass off. It's so funny. But it's a Blade game. I like Blade, so you know I got to own it. And again, this is also complete. Yep, with the manual and the disc. If you never played this though, it's worth playing. It's not terrible. It's a Blade game. Cool. Oh, here we go. The Butte. Well, I say the Butte. As you saw, I was talking a lot about Shadow Man, how much I love Shadow Man. This version not so much. If you go on like any like review site for Shadow Man, you know, I think the N64 version and like the Dreamcast version, PC version's got like 8, 9, 7 out of 10s. This has like a 3 out of 10. The PS1 version is really shit. I'm not gonna lie. It runs really bad. It's just ugly. It's got a lot of stuff removed. You know, when you pick up a Dark Soul, usually he goes like, "Oh, the power of the Dark Souls, I embrace it." In this, he doesn't say a fucking word. When you open the Soul Gates, he doesn't say anything either. It's just shit. But again, I love Shadow Man, so I wanted to own it, so I bought it. Again, this also is complete as well, on the manual and the disc. But yeah, I do actually plan on playing through this in its entirety at some point just to see all the differences. But if you're gonna play Shadow Man, play the remastered version. Don't play this dog shit. Okay, so Japanese game. Spider-Man doesn't really look Japanese, but it is. It is actually that's not even in Japanese. The back is in Japanese, if you can see. There you go. So I don't own the PAL version of this on PS1. It's actually quite expensive. This still cost me a lot of money, but this was like a more so. I bought it as a testing for testing speedruns. Because if you play PS1 games on PS2 using the fastest read speed, if they're NTSC versions, it does actually load a lot faster. And again, this version on PS2 loads faster than emulator. It's just the slowdown is so bad you lose time. So it kind of just, I bought it, I tested it, and not really much came from it. It does have a very cool disc though. I always forget that it's like a blue. Very cool. Yeah, Spider-Man, PS1, absolute classic game. Love it so much. I don't own the English version on PS1, but I should get it. Again, can you pass me that one first? So I might as well just show these both at the same time. So it's the same game. Again, Japanese version and the PAL version. So I don't really know what to say about this one. Enter Electro isn't as good as the first one. It's got its issues, but it's still a decent game. I think this is complete. Hello. Hello, can you open the case, please? Thank you. Yep, it's complete manual and disc. So there is a cool story about this game. A lot of people will probably know it, but if you're lucky enough, when this game was released, it released with the Twin Towers in it. And this came out around the time that 9/11 happened, and basically there was a few prints of this game with the Twin Towers still intact in the game for the final boss. And then they quickly redid the game and got rid of them, changed it into a different building, and then released it. And if you're lucky enough to manage to get one of those discs that has the original Twin Towers, and it is worth a lot of money. Sadly, I don't have that. I wish I did, but I don't. But that's a cool thing if you didn't know. Yeah, this is obviously the PAL version. The case is broken, which is a shame. You can see that it's kind of like loose. Yeah, this disc is in immaculate condition, but then we've got the Japanese version, which I primarily bought for speedruns because again, for this game it is faster to use this on PS2 with fastest read speeds. I went with the Japanese version just because I'm quirky. I could have used the NTSC version, it's probably the same, but I like to test different stuff. So yeah, this is the Japanese version. It looks pretty cool. Got a cooler disc than the fucking PAL version, which is just shitty black. Oh, that flew out. Yeah, Japanese version. Redeeming factor about this is when you jump off a building and he screams when he's dying. It sounds really cool with the Japanese version. That's it. So Men in Black, the series Crashdown. This is a first-person shooter. It's actually pretty cool. I used to play it when I was a kid. I never finished it though, but I picked it up recently to look at doing speedrun stuff with it. But I don't know, it's kind of clunky. I might try and actually like play through it and finish it. Also, this is also complete as well with the disc. It's a pretty good game. If you like Men in Black, you should play this one. Obviously, like I said, the PS2 Alien Escape is the best Men in Black game, but this one's pretty good as well. Right, so that was the final game of the PS1 collection. Now we're going to move on to PSP. So first off, we have Toy Story 3. This is Shannon's game. This is not mine, but I'm showing all of her games as well. And you can see that some of them are in the right fucking state because she didn't look after them. But yeah, this is Shannon's game. I've never played the PSP version of this, so I don't know. She only recently picked it up. I never played this version of it, so I don't know what it's like. I don't know if it's any different to like the PC and console releases. But yeah, Toy Story 3, obviously classic. And again, another classic, The Sims 2. Again, this is Shannon's game. I don't think I ever really played the Sims game on consoles back in the day. I only really ever played Sims 3, but I do like The Sims. She really likes The Sims. She never fucking gets off it on her phone. So she bought this to play. So that should be cool. Yeah, obviously it's The Sims. You know The Sims. Yeah, okay, this game's fucking shit. This came with my PSP bundle when I bought it. And this game's dog shit. I played it for about half an hour and I hated my life the entire time. It's first-person shooters don't work very well on PSP. If they're done wrong, and this game is done very wrong, it's really bad. Yeah, Brothers in Arms D-Day, don't play it. Always the beaut. So this is my favourite game on the PSP, and that is Chili Con Carnage. This game was my childhood, pretty much, playing it on my handheld, just chilling. This game is really good. So this is basically, if you ever heard of Total Overdose on the PS2, I need to get that. I don't have it, but this is basically a watered down version of that. So Total Overdose is open world. This game is like per level basis. I've never really played or even got close to remotely finishing Total Overdose. I maybe did the first few levels, but I've finished this. I like this more. Don't know why. But yeah, it's really cool. If you like, third-person shooters, this is, again, it's like Max Payne, Dead to Rights. You dive around in slow motion and shoot. It's very cool. So if you have a PSP, you should play this. It's very good. So I do have some UMDs, so I'm just going to talk about them anyway. Resident Evil. When I was younger, this was the main UMD I had. I loved playing this UMD. It's fantastic. A great film. I don't know why people don't really like this film. I love this film. It's really good. And this version also has like the My Plague music video for Slipknot, as well as a making of, I think, as well, which is cool. So yeah, that's Resident Evil. Okay, another game. Lord of the Rings Tactics. I did play this vaguely. Again, this came with the PSP, so I didn't really care too much for it. I didn't buy it. But I did vaguely play it. I can see the appeal, but it's not my type of game. It's basically just like a turn-based, RPG. I think it's cool though, but it's just not my type of game. But I can see the appeal. Always a beaut. So this is new for me. I probably did know there was a Rock Band game on PSP, but I assumed that you would need a peripheral to play it. So like when when they released Rock Band. I think it was Rock Band or it was a Guitar Hero. I can't remember. On the Nintendo DS, you needed that little controller thing you could put on your hand and you'd play it through that. So I assumed you need some kind of peripheral for this, but you don't. It just plays on the PSP itself, and this game is great. I only recently again got a PSP because I wanted to start collecting for it again, and this is one game that I bought because I wanted to play it. And I love it. I love rhythm games. You'll see. I adore rhythm games of any kind. I love music. Music's, apart from gaming, music's probably my top hobby, and I do have some cool stuff to show at the end to do with some music as well. Yeah, I love music, so I love rhythm games, and I'll take any rhythm game any day. This game is very good. If you love Rock Band, you should play this. It's kind of hard to get used to at first because you play as like all the band members at the same time and you switch between them, and it's kind of weird. But when you get used to it, it's pretty fun. Another rhythm game, Michael Jackson: The Experience. So, like, this is nothing like the PS3 version with the move controllers. You don't dance. It's a rhythm game, so you just press the buttons to the rhythm of the music. This game is very easy. So it's not my cup of tea in that sense. It's too easy. You only use 2 buttons to like do the so you use circle and the left on the D-pad to do the buttons. So it's quite easy. But obviously you still get to listen to some Michael Jackson songs, which is really cool. But I prefer the Rock Band one, but it's still good. This was also brand new, and I opened it because I'm a naughty boy, but I wanted to play it, so. Oh yes, oh mate. So, Cover Girl. This game is just absolutely fantastic. I love this game. It's so good. I've never actually fucking played it. I mean, it's basically, you know, you get some 25 fun mini games to understand your man, because you should play this. I bought this just for the sake of the meme factor. I thought maybe it could be an interesting speedrun to do. It's basically just like a girls game where you like, I don't even fucking know. You do like magazine stuff. I don't know. It's got some puzzle games in it. So I mainly bought it for the fact that I like owning games, just for the meme factor, like I said. Also, my favorite color is pink. If you didn't notice that, attracted me straight away. But yeah, it was more so bought for like maybe future speedruns if I decided to do those. Yeah, Cover Girl. I've never played it. If you want to look at it, look up some fucking shit YouTube video. Right, so I've got 2 more UMDs. UMD films. That's Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Dukes of Hazzard. Again, these came with the PSP when I bought it. I have no interest for them whatsoever. Yeah, they're just films. I don't really much to say about them. So here's what we were talking about earlier. So, Peter Jackson's King Kong. This is the PSP version. Like I said, this version is just a really shorter version of the game. A lot of levels are cut. Basically, just a numbed down version of the PS2. And I did finish this version. I never finished the PS2 version. I did finish this one. And it's a good game. It literally, it's not like a case of where it's a completely different game. It's the same game. It's still a first-person game, and then you also play as Kong. They just cut down a lot of the levels and made them shorter. So it is a good game. You should try it. And the final PSP one, Spider-Man 2. Another classic game. This Spider-Man 2 is basically on the PSP. It's like Spider-Man 1 on the PS2, and that it's like a level-based system instead of open world. So it's basically Spider-Man 2, but just in the format of how Spider-Man 1 played. So if you like Spider-Man 2 and you like the original Spider-Man 1 game, you should play this. It's very good. This is another game that I actually managed to finish on the PSP, and I really like this game. So yeah, that's it for the PSP collection. And now on to PS Vita, which I don't have many of physical PS Vita games. Some of these are from launch. So this is a game that I bought that I had when I used to really be into football. I still am into football, but not really playing the games. And I got this when it came out. It's just FIFA Football. It's a football game. Not really much to say about that. Again, another football game, FIFA 13. I used to like football, like I said. Just another football game. Yeah. So, Minecraft PS Vita edition. Obviously, it's Minecraft. Don't have to say much about it. It's Minecraft on PS Vita. Never really played it on PS Vita. I just own it. I don't know why I own it. I just have it. Came from somewhere. But yeah, it's just Minecraft on the Vita. And the last Vita game I own physically is Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Again, I've never actually played this. I don't know what it's about. I just have it. Again, I don't know where it fucking came from. It just came from somewhere. Fell out of the sky in my lap. Don't know where it came from. But it's a Lego Batman game. People love their Lego games. I used to like Lego games. I do also own Uncharted Golden Abyss, but I have that digitally. I don't have it physical. And now for my fantastic, amazing, massive Switch collection, we have 51 World War games. This is the only game I own on the Switch. That's it. Just this. I do also have Animal Crossing, but that's digital and it came with my Switch. So this is the only physical Switch game I own. Fantastic. And now on to GameCube. I don't have a big GameCube collection. It's quite small, but first we've got Tony Hawk's Underground. I need to thank Hecky, Liam, for giving this to me. This is his game. He gave this to me when I bought his Wii off him, which is compatible with GameCube games. And again, he gave me a GameCube controller on this, so thank you for that. But yeah, Tony Hawk's Underground, obviously classic game. Everyone loves Tony Hawk's Underground. I've done some speedruns of this as well on the PC version. It's great. And again, X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge. I talked about this earlier. This is just the GameCube version. So I already spoke about this game. Again, great game. You should play it. And now this is where we're going to be starting to talk about fucking CEX right here. So this game is in a fucking state. I might as well talk about this now because this is Dead to Rights again. Obviously, I talked about it on PS2. I own this game on pretty much every console it's on. I have the PC version, Xbox version, this version, PS2 version. We'll talk about them as well when I get to them. But I bought this to test for speedrunning purposes because I wanted to see, you know, how slow it was compared to like doing it on emulator. And it was pretty much the same speed, so I was like, okay, it's cool. But the case is in an absolute fucking state. I think the inlay is somewhat fine, so I just need to replace the case, but this is what I'm talking about. This is not that bad. There's stuff way worse in my collection than this. But the case is pretty much in tatters. And it's kind of annoying because this game is actually worth a bit of money. This game sells for around £15 in CEX, which is annoying because this case is just awful. So I might need to try and swap out the case, but again, it's not really easy to do that with GameCube games because the cases are very specific. Yeah, that's right. And talking about Spider-Man on the GameCube. Obviously, we were talking about Spider-Man 2 on the PSP. This is the original Spider-Man, which the PSP version follows the same kind of format and gameplay as this one. And again, I don't own this on PS2. I only own this on GameCube. And again, I love GameCube discs. They're so tiny, they're so cute. I love them so much. So I need to get more GameCube games. But GameCube games are quite expensive, and there's not many, so it's got a niche market for GameCube games. Yeah, Spider-Man, great game. And again, talking about Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube. So I don't own this on PS2, as you saw, but I do own it on GameCube. This is, as much as everyone loves this game, I've never finished it. I got really stuck when I was a kid. I still need to finish. I've been playing through it. I was playing through it recently, like maybe like 6 or so months ago on the GameCube. I just need to finish it. Yeah, obviously everyone loves this game. It's like one of the best PS2 games of all time. Apparently, it's classic. So yeah, not really much to say about it. And that was the end of the GameCube collection. So now we're on to the Xbox, the original Xbox. I don't have many, and the first one is Max Payne 2. It's Max Payne 2. It's great, absolutely fantastic game. If you're gonna play this game, though, play the PC version. The console versions are fucking shit. Yeah, I had this just I was gonna do a meme speed run of the Xbox version, just like for the fun of it, and I never did it because I found out that it was fucking awful. But yeah, I own it, so yeah, Max Payne 2. And again, Dead to Rights. As you can clearly tell, I must love this fucking game because I know everywhere. And we ain't done yet. Still got more. And I've got sequels as well, still to come. Yeah, Dead to Rights on the Xbox. This version is the fastest for the speedrun, which is funny because it took me a long time to realize that, but this one loads so much faster than the others. I ended up saving like 15 minutes over my GameCube run with this, so I'm glad I bought it to just a test because it was like a gamble I took to just test it out. But yeah, obviously Dead to Rights, great game. Xbox version is the best version. Play that one. Don't play the PC version. It's shit. But and the last Xbox game I own is obviously Blade 2. I couldn't go without talking about Blade 2 again on the Xbox. So the Xbox version and the PS2 version are a lot different. The graphics in this version are like way better. You also get Blade's coat on some of the levels, and the reason that's not on the PS2 is because it couldn't handle the physics for it. There wasn't enough processing power. So overall, if you're looking for graphical, stuff, then this is the version to play. But for overall gameplay and stuff, the PS2 version is probably better. It's also got fucking marker pen on there. I need to get that off. I was meant to do, but I forgot. Yeah, Blade 2 on the Xbox. The Xbox version isn't good for the speedrun though. Some of the glitches don't work. So I just have it for the sake of owning it because I love Blade 2. Maybe there's a French version on the Xbox. I'll have to try and get that. We'll have a look, see. Okay, so next we have Xbox 360. I thought I'd follow along from Xbox to Xbox 360. So first off we have Army of Two. A really good series. To an extent. Some people don't like some of the games, some people do like some of the games. I think they're all alright in their regard. It is what it is about, two operatives who, it's mainly focused towards more being a co-op game as well. So if you have a friend, you can play these with a friend. It's great. This one's pretty good. I played this a long time ago. I think I originally played this on Xbox years ago. Back because I had an Xbox 360 before I had a PS3, and I think this is one of the first games I played. Very good game. If you never played it, you should play it. I actually own. I mean, you'll see them, but I own all of them on both PS3 and Xbox because I'm sad. Actually, no, that's not true. I own Devil's Cartel digitally on PS3. I don't own the physical. Yeah, Army of Two, great game. Oh, and here we go with some more rhythm games. So here we have Guitar Hero 2. Obviously, if you want to play this game, you either need a PS2 or an Xbox 360 because this game was not released on PS3. And obviously, it's Guitar Hero 2. It's classic. I'm not really a huge fan. Well, I've got this has got 2 manuals for some reason. If anyone wants a Guitar Hero 2 Xbox 360 manual, hit me up. I'll give you one. But yeah, I didn't really like the set list that much, to be fair, so I didn't really resonate with this one as much when I was younger. But I love Guitar Hero, and I had to have this in my collection, so yeah, Guitar Hero 2. And going on with the rhythm games, we have Lego Rock Band. Again, I believe this was given to me by Hecky, so thank you, even though I think it's incomplete. It's just got the disc. Wait, is that the wrong way around? No, it's not. I got confused for a minute. Yeah, Lego Rock Band, again, another great rhythm game. This one's got some pretty good songs on it as well. And it's nice how like the highway has like the Lego bricks you have to hit instead of the regular ones. Yeah, it's a good game. And obviously the classic, the one that started the craze pretty much, Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. This is what like blew the series into stardom. This game was fantastic. The entire like story of Guitar Hero for me is great. So I had a friend who I went to school with when I was younger, and he had Guitar Hero and a guitar at his house, and sometimes when I went over I'd play, and I was fucking awful. I could barely play easy. To me it was really confusing, and I don't know if that was because of young age or something like this. Especially playing the guitar itself is kind of hard to pick up when you first use it, but I got addicted to it, and I just kept playing it, and I bought my own, and It was great. And when I first played this, like at home, I played it with the controller, so not the actual guitar. I played it with the controller, which was still kind of fun until I eventually got a guitar. But yeah, I love the Guitar series. This one isn't all. This one also isn't complete, and this one was also given to me by Liam Hecky, because again, I bought my Xbox 360 off of him, and he gave me a couple games with it. There's also one game I do have in this collection that I want to mention because it actually is worth a little bit of money, and I feel bad because he gave it to me. So I'll talk about that then. But yeah, Guitar 3, obviously classic. And now we have Band Hero. It's alright. It's got some really good songs on it. It's got Paralyzer by Finger 11, which is a fantastic song. I love that song. And it's got some pretty good other songs. What we got? Jackson 5. It's got some Lily Allen as well. It's got some good songs, but it's not the greatest. But this version here that I have on Xbox does not work. It does not work. This was also given to me by Hecky. He gave me this one as well. And this disc is one of the worst discs I have ever seen. I've seen some scratch discs in my time. This looks like it has literally been like just put on top of sandpaper and just fucking rubbed across it. It is so bad. Just look at that. It is so bad. It's really hard to tell. It is scratched to shit. It might not resonate well on the camera, but it is really bad. I don't know what the fuck he was doing with it. I genuinely don't. Me and him had a great laugh when I tried to use it and it just didn't work. And then I showed him the disc and he was like, how the fuck did that happen? It was great. But yeah, this doesn't work, but I still have it. Don't know why I should throw it, but just nice to have a case in the game, even though it doesn't work. But I do also have this on PS2, which I'll get to. Oh, and here we go. This is my favorite Guitar Hero game. Guitar Hero Metallica. I love this game so much. I remember when I was into Guitar Hero and then the demo came out for this, and I'd never really heard of Metallica before up until like maybe, you know, having one on Guitar Hero 3, and then the demo came out for this and it had Sad But True on it, and I fell in love with that song. Sad But True is my favorite Metallica song. I love it. And then obviously when I played that demo I wanted the game and I bought it when it came out, and I just couldn't put it down. This game was fantastic. It is, in my opinion, the best Guitar Hero Rock Band game of all of them, just because I love Metallica. The songs of Metallica are so fun to play that it is the best one by far. I know a lot of people like, you know, having like multiple different songs to play. But this one's my favorite. I just love Guitar Metallica. I also own this on PS3 as well. A lot of these games you'll see that I do own also on PS3. Oh yes. Yes. So talking about rhythm games. High School Musical 3 Senior Year Dance. If you don't know me, I love High School Musical. I'm fucking sad. I love the music from these films. And I heard about this game, and I told Hecky about it, and we did like a blind technical speedrun race of this game. And it's literally a rhythm game where you press the buttons to the rhythm of the song, and it's fantastic. And the good thing about this game is they redid the songs with different people singing it, so they changed it up a little bit, so it's not exactly the same, so it has like a bit of a spice to it. It's good. If you like High School Musical, you like the music, you should play this. I sound sad saying this, but I do really enjoy this game. And I picked up the Xbox version just to have it. But I did mainly play this on PC. But yeah, I just wanted to own it physically. I love this game. I'm really sad, I know, but it's great. Oh, and it is an amazing classic for the Xbox 360, Saints Row, the original Saints Row. Only released on the Xbox 360. Today, it's kind of clunky today. It doesn't really hold up very well compared to the other ones, in a sense that, you know, everyone says Saints Row 2s are the best, but this is still a great game. I'm still yet to finish it. I still need to finish it. I probably will, you know, attempt to finish it at some point. But yeah, it's complete. And you can get this game pretty cheap now. It used to be worth a bit of money, but the price has gone down. You can get it for around £5-6 now. So definitely worth play. Right, so Army of Two, the 40th Day, the second game in the series. This game took, you know, the concept of the first game was just built on it a lot. This one also has Nolan North in it, voicing Salem, which is pretty cool. And it's a good game. It's got a lot of good customization. The thing is with these games, it's got great customization. So if you've never played them, you should. This game doesn't really hold up very well now. I think this one now is dog shit. When I played it when it first came out, I loved it, but it's really clunky and it feels really shit to play now. But back then it was really good. So I guess if you've played the first one, you should definitely play this one. And then the third and final game in the series, Army of Two: The Devil's Cartel. Oh, where do I begin? It's a game. It's a game. This is also made by a different developer. This is made by Visceral Games. So this is made by the same people that made the Dead Space series. And you can also get like Isaac's and Carver's mask from Dead Space 3 for the characters as well, which is pretty cool. But this one I played the most just because of speedrunning factor. I'd speedrun this with Hecky and with Greg through UK a lot back in the day. But it's fucking shit. I have a video of me and Hecky attempting to do a marathon run of this game for Hackathon. I think it was Hackathon, and it did not go well. We had to literally mercy kill the run 20 minutes in, and the run's 2 hours. So that kind of sums it up. I don't know. It's an alright game to play through, I guess, in a sense. I do have the platinum for this on PS3. Because I'm that sad. But I've played this one a lot. If I was going to say this one would be my favourite out of all of them, but it's got its issues. Oh, also, this one isn't complete. I forgot to open it. It is not complete. It's just the disc. Sad. And next we have... Oh, shit. Next we have Dead to Rights Retribution. I don't... this case is also in tats. I don't own the Dead to Rights 2 on anything physical. I also fucking despise the game. I have done speedruns of it, but Dead to Rights 2 took everything that Dead to Rights did right and just fucking ruined it. It's really bad compared to the first one. And this game is not really much better. It's you know, they rebooted the series. It's basically a retelling of the first game story, just it's really shit. I played through it. I remember it. I forgot about it. I wish I don't know how to play it again. It's not very good. It's also someone written on the fucking disc as well. Like I said, if you're going to play the Dead to Rights series, play the first one, ignore the rest. And this is the game I was talking about. Spider-Man 3 on the Xbox 360. This is in the best condition. It's quite dirty. I should have cleaned it, but I'm not smart. Anyway, this is what is worth a bit of money. So this game's worth around, I think it's about £12. And Hecky gave it to me for nothing. So thank you. I'm comparing the prices. I'm saying prices, but I don't intend to sell any of these. They're just, you know, what I have and what they're worth. Yeah, this I think it's complete. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 on the Xbox 360. I still need to finish this one. I was planning to play through Spider-Man 2 and then move on to 3. Yeah, I still need to play this, but it's a very good game. So I might as well show these in bulk. And this one also has a sticker on that I didn't notice because, you know, CX. But yeah, there's some of the Scene It games. So we've got Scene It. This is Scene It Box Office Smash. I like, you know, trivia games, stuff like that. I love like trivia games and stuff. So it was no surprise that I asked for these. This was also given to me by Hecky when he gave me his 360s. Well, both of these were. So we've got Scene It Box Office Smash and Scene It Lights Camera Action. Right there. This one's like in a really small, thin case. Yeah, I like trivia games. They are what they are. You know, the thing is, these don't have much replay value when you get to a certain point because you see a lot of the same questions. But they're pretty fun to play for a little while when you first get them. And here we have the worst case ever. Call of Duty Black Ops, again given to me by Hecky. A lot of these were. Some of the games I did buy myself, but this one was given to me, and the case is like literally fucking destroyed. This happened in transit. When it was sent to me, it got destroyed. It's also got the CX £5 logo on, and it's completely disgusting. Also, again, it's completely fallen apart. The case is just intact, which you can see. But yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops to the Xbox 360. Not much to say. Everyone knows about Call of Duty Black Ops. I prefer the PS3 version. That's just me. I was always a PlayStation gamer, really. Once I got rid of my Xbox 360 back in the day, I pretty much went PlayStation and went back. But I still like owning my consoles and my games. So, oh yeah, that's what I didn't say. I own an Xbox 360. At the start, I said my consoles. I forgot Xbox 360. I do have one of those. And last but not least, for the Xbox 360 games, we have Dead Space 2. This is the only Dead Space game I own on Xbox, and that's just purely for speedrunning purposes. So the Xbox version is a little bit faster than PlayStation for the DLC, and the DLC 7 is only on console, so that's pretty much the only reason I have this. Also, the Xbox version of this was 2 discs, which I found really weird. But yeah, Dead Space 2. I love the Dead Space series with a passion. I love the series in the whole. I love all of them. And obviously, I'm an average speedrunner of Dead Space 3. I speedrun Dead Space 3 a lot, and I have for a long time. So yeah, Dead Space 2 is a great game. If you've never played the Dead Space series, please play them. So now we're moving on to the Wii, and starting off we have Carnival Funfair Games. This is also one of Shannon's games, so I just thought I'd show it. Again, it's a party game where you do things at a carnival. I don't really have much to say about it. It's just a party game. Seems pretty decent. Have a little bit of fun. And next we have Wii Sports Resort. Again, another party game. Not really much to say. Again, it's a party game. You do games and fun stuff like that. Good for doing some stuff with some friends. Yeah. So next we have an amazing case of CX being CX, and that's Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I haven't actually played this. I've watched some people play it. It doesn't look all that good. None of the versions look all that good. It looks pretty shit, and I love Indiana Jones. I speedrun Indiana Jones and Emperor's Tomb. It's a great game. This is dog shit. But this case is fucking awful. It looks like it's been just chucked in a shredder. And again, this is what I'm talking about when you talk about buying stuff from CX. You take a gamble of what you're going to receive. You could receive something immaculate. And I've got a bunch of games that I bought from CX that are in immaculate condition. Got one coming up soon on the Wii. But this is just atrocious, and this isn't even the worst one. And the worst one pisses me off the most. Yeah, and there's one game that is like actually disgusting inside. I haven't cleaned it just because I couldn't be bothered, but that's how it came when I received it. So I will show you that. I didn't do it. It's not from me. That's how it was when I received the game. CX didn't fucking clean it. But yeah, it's really bad. It's awful. And the thing is as well, the inlay is warped and it's in terrible condition. But yeah, Indiana Jones Staff of Kings. I've never actually played it. And next up we have another survival horror game, and that is Cursed Mountain. I think this is exclusive to the Wii and the PC, and it is pretty cool. I will give it that. I'm kind of like tuned out when it comes to horror games. They don't really scare me, but I love horror games, so if I can get one, I'll get it. I still want to try and get that The Calling on the Wii, but it's quite expensive. Maybe one day. But this game's cool. It's about you on a mountain and it's cursed. Pretty much sums it up. I've played it a decent amount, but I haven't finished it. And again, this was a CEX game that I bought, random lot, and obviously this one's complete, whereas that Indiana Jones wasn't. And this case was in really good condition. Like, it's really smooth, really clean. The only problem is it's got a chip here, a bit missing, but overall it's really good condition. So this is one time where CX did something somewhat right. Apart from that, you know. But the inlay's all in good condition, so that you could replace the case and it would look fine. But yeah, if you like survival horror games, you should check this out. And next up, we have Alien Syndrome. This game fucking sucks. And it's also a game that was given to me by Liam. I played it for a bit. It's really bad. I don't like it. It's shit. I don't know what else to say. It's not my cup of tea. But it is complete, and it was given to me, but it's not very good. Again, I bought my Wii from him, and he gave me this game as well. And here we have The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. So another Mummy game. People didn't really like this movie. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. I like all the Mummy films. This game I don't know, it's alright. I'd go as far as to say that it's better than the Mummy Returns game on the PS2. I do want to try and get the Mummy on the PS1 because that game actually is pretty cool as well. But yeah, it's alright. This is also on PS2 and on DS. I think if you're going to play this, you'd probably want to play the PS2 version, maybe. You know, because controls with the Wii is kind of clunky sometimes, especially with games like this, but it's cool. This is also another CX game. Decent condition. It's alright. It's not great, but it's acceptable. And here we have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Another one of Shannon's games. Again, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? First edition. I'm gonna be rich. Yeah, it's another Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. There's not really much else to say. You answer questions. You know, it's not complete. Sad. And here we have a great game that you pretty much need to own if you have a Wii, and that's Dead Space Extraction. It's an on-rail shooter, but it's a bit more in like, what's the word? There's a lot more to it than just an on-rail shooter. There's a lot of upgrades you can do and stuff like that. It's a lot more in depth than a regular on-rail shooter. You know, you could run through House of the Dead in 15-20 minutes to complete the game. This takes like 4 hours. It's a full-fledged game. I still need to finish it. I will do it one day. I might do it on a stream. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's a good game. It's a really good game. It's a little bit expensive though. I think this costs around £20 in CX. I don't remember how much I bought it for, but yeah, Dead Space Extraction. Definitely a must own if you like Dead Space. Again, Wii Sports Resort, Shannon's game. It's the cardboard leaflet one. Yeah, again, the party game, not much else to say. Apart from the memes, everyone loves the memes. And now this is the one that disappoints me the most. So, speaking of House of the Dead, we have House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return. This is by far the worst out of the worst case I've ever received from CX. It is fucking atrocious. This game's actually like £10. It's not cheap. And the state that this is in, it probably won't even resonate that well on camera, but it is fucking awful. This is ripped. The entirety of the fucking paper inside is wet and it warped and it's got lines all across it. And on the back isn't that bad, but you can tell that it's pretty fucking bad, and the case is disgusting. This cost me £10 for this shit. It is just abysmal. I mean, at least it's complete, and the inside of it's fine. So, but the thing is, it's not even like a new case would fix this, because it is literally water damaged. Like, it's just, and it's even ripped as well. Like, look at that. And you can't really tell on the camera, but it is water damaged. Look. Did someone chuck this in the bath? I don't know. I really want this game. I love having it. It's a great game. You know, I love House of the Dead. I just love House of the Dead. But, I mean, fuck me. Like, it couldn't have been in any worse condition. That's, like, this is one thing that I wish I didn't buy from CX and I would have bought from eBay. And now, here is the game that I mentioned that I didn't do anything to. So I received this game from CX, and the outside isn't that bad, to be fair. It's got some marks. It's a little bit warped. It's got some marks to it. You know, it is what it is. But the inside, oh my god! When I opened this case, I actually felt sick. It is fucking disgusting. The only reason I haven't cleaned it is because I haven't even played it, and I don't care enough to clean it because I'm just lazy. But I do try and clean all my games, but I just didn't give a fuck. But I bought this because it was a Wii exclusive and I wanted to try it. And I still haven't played it. But the inside of this case is fucking vile. I don't even know how well that's going to show up on camera, but the manual is disgusting. The manual's got like, looks like food on it. And then look at the inside of this case. It is awful. I don't know if it's going to show up, but look at that. That is disgusting. It looks like mold or something. I don't know what, but that is rancid. I'm going to swiftly close this case now. Never open it again. But yes, I own this. And that's what sometimes you'll get from CX, is a case like that. You shouldn't get fucking diseases from the inside of that. It's disgusting. But I've never actually played the game. It seems cool. The game seems cool. I've never played it. I might play it. And next we go from one of the most disgusting cases to one of the most beautiful cases ever. This case, I love it. Endless Ocean. I mainly bought this game as an impulse just because of the case, the box art. It looks really cool. I do want to still play it. And you can get this game pretty cheap as well. But it's basically just like an ocean exploration game. Yeah. It seems pretty cool. I do still need to play it. So I haven't played much of it, but yeah, Endless Ocean. And next we have my prized possession on the Wii, which I do want to talk about a little bit. And that is The Grudge. So you might be thinking, what the fuck's this dog shit? Well, in the UK, this is the box art we got. It is fucking dreadful. Why? If you look at any other box art for this game, it looks really cool and it actually looks scary. What is this? What is this? It's just some woman hiding behind a couch. What is that? It looks so bad. That's my only gripe with this game, is the box art is trash. The back looks fine, but the front, I guess because they didn't want to scare people, I don't know. The German version looks fine, normal. It's got like a normal case, but the UK version, this is what it looks like. And it's awful, but anyway. If you've never played this game, it's a good little horror game. Obviously, it's based on The Grudge, the movie. The mythical, you know, urban legend, whatever. But yeah, I've done speedruns. This. I actually hold the world record for this at the moment still. As of recording this, I've held it for about a year and a half, maybe. I don't know. But it's a good game. See, the disc also looks pretty creepy, but the book, again, the manual is fucking dog shit. But yeah, this is still a little bit expensive. I think it's about £22 in CX. But if you have a Wii, you need to own this game. And the last Wii game is Wii Party. Again, another party game. This is also Shannon's. Also, it is fucking atrocious. It's covered in paint. Basically, when Shannon moved in with me, she brought all of her stuff and she bought some games. And this is one of them, and it's fucking, I don't know, nasty and stuff. But yeah, Wii Party. There's nothing to her looking after a game, because she had the entire collection of Just Dance, and she wanted to trade them in, so I let her trade them in. And some of those were in really good condition. So she does look after her games. I think it was maybe other parts of her family that didn't. I don't know, but this I don't know. This is not in good condition. But this game is actually worth a little bit of money. So the fact that it's been, you know, had that done to it, you could probably clean that off, but I'm lazy. Yeah, Wii Party, and that's it for the Wii games. Now moving on to another big collection. So my two biggest collections are PS2 and PS3. Obviously I did PS2 first, now we're going to move on to PS3. And starting off on PS3 straight away is, I think, the most expensive game that I own as of recording this video, and that is Spider-Man Web of Shadows. So this game, over the past few years, skyrocketed in price. I don't know why, especially on PS3. It's gone down a little bit now. I know that the American version is worth a lot more than this, but right now this game, the obviously the English PAL version or whatever, is worth about £40. And CX will sell you this for £40. You could probably get more than that on eBay. It was worth about 50 a few months ago. It's going down a little bit. Yeah, this is the most expensive game I own, and I didn't even realize until I think last year, where I was looking at something and I saw that it was worth a lot of money. But this is a very good game. If you like Spider-Man, I would play it. The acting and the voiceovers is kind of shit now. It doesn't really hold it very well, but the game's fun. This was a really good Spider-Man game for the time. Yeah, it is complete, and it has a really cool like box art and stuff. It's very nice. And the PS3 version is worth more than the Xbox. Yeah, if you want to get this on the American version, this is worth about $80-$90, I think. Just a little bit more, but this is the most expensive PS3 game I own. My beauty. But it's not the most expensive thing I own. I think I'll get to that towards the end. It's not really to do with gaming, but it's something I want to talk about, and then I want to also discuss some stuff as well at the end. But yeah, Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3? What the fuck? Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Great game. Great game. Good game. I want to play through this again soon, so I might do that. And next up on PS3 we have UFC 2010. I love the UFC games. I used to play them all the time. I do have a story to tell about 2009, but I'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, UFC, if you like UFC, these games are really good. This is not the best one though. This is probably the worst one out of the three. And next up we have an absolute classic. I say classic, these games are getting old now and it's kind of depressing. It makes me feel old. But Max Payne 3, what can I say? Max Payne 3, it was kind of like a shot in the dark for Rockstar, I guess. You know, taking over an IP that technically was theirs, but they didn't develop, and they made this. And this is a great game from start to finish. Absolutely fantastic game. I love it. I wouldn't really play it on console anymore, but I just love owning my games. Yeah, Max Payne 3, fantastic game. If you've never played Max Payne 3, then please play it. And here we go. UFC 2009. So this was the first UFC Undisputed game that was released on PS3 and Xbox. And this is the one I have the story to tell. So I used to play this game online all the time back in the day. I actually played this at my friend's house for the first time. He had it, and I went over to his house, and I wasn't really interested in it, but I saw it and I fell in love with it. It was great. I love the soundtrack. This game has a fantastic soundtrack. Fantastic soundtrack. And the story was like I played online all the time, and there was a trick that I used to do where I would win like most of my games by submission. And what I would do is I would take my controller. Let me see if I can. I do have my PS3 controller here. I mean, it's a bit dusty because I don't really use my PS3 controller at all. But what I would do is I would like take a battery. So I'm just going to use this as an example for a battery, and I would just rub it over these buttons. And what it would do is you could spam submission stuff by just pressing the button. So when you rub it really fast, you would pretty much, unless someone else was doing the exact same thing, you would always win by submission. It was kind of cheap, but I was a cheap guy, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, I'd love these games. Yeah, UFC 2009. Yeah, this next game, I don't know. Defiance. It's a game. I don't think you can play it anymore. I think it's an online-only game that they shut down the servers pretty quick. I don't even know what it's about. It's a game that exists. I have no idea. I think it's based on a TV show. I just have it. I don't know why. Oh, and here's a good one. Here is a good one. Stranglehold. This is a fantastic game. I need to play through this again because I have not played it through in a long time. And sometimes I forget I even own it unless I look over at my collection. But this is a great game. It's basically Max Payne, Dead to Rights, you know, but it's a John Woo game. You play as John Woo. And it's very, very good. It's very, very good. If you've never played this game, I would recommend you play it, especially if you like Max Payne and stuff like that. It is definitely worth a playthrough. But again, stickers. I need to take them off. I forgot. But yeah, this is a great game. And next up, we have Saints Row the Third. A lot of people say this is where the series went downhill. I quite like this game. A lot of people didn't like Saints Row 4 either, but I quite like Saints Row 4 as well. It felt like Prototype to me. That's one game I need to get. I don't have Prototype anywhere physically. I need to get it. And Prototype too. But yeah, I adore this game. I really enjoyed it back in the day. And I've played it quite a lot on PC. This is a scene here. This is where I bought it from. Yeah, this is when I bought it. I bought this in 2016. 2016 for £3. I don't know. I'll keep that in there just for the nostalgia. But I've had this copy of this game for 6 years. Yeah, Saints Row 3 or Saints Row the Third. What did I say? And next up again, we have Dead to Rights Retribution. I own this on PS3 as well. I owned this version first before the Xbox One, mainly for speedrunning purposes. Like I said, It's a shit game. It's still a shit game. Don't play it. And Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. I need to play the Red Dead Redemption, the first one and this. I need to finish them all, to be fair, but I kind of spoiled them all for myself, so it kind of feels like pointless. Oh, this is complete. This has got the map as well. I didn't know that. This has got the map too. I did not know that. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. I thought this was really cool when it came out because of the zombie aspect, so I picked it up straight away. Good game. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. What can I say? It's Call of Duty. Some people's favorite Call of Duty. This one. This one had my favorite, like, can't even speak. Alliteration. What's the word? You know what I mean. It had my favorite version of zombies. I love the zombies in this one. So yeah, the Black Ops 2. Next up is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Again, this was the time when I just switched over to PlayStation. So I had my Xbox back in my Xbox 360 I got in 2008, and I switched to PS3 in 2011. So every year I would get Call of Duty on launch, and I've been doing that since 2009. Modern Warfare 2 was the first one I got on launch day. I would go to like the midnight launches, and I did that up until Vanguard. I did not get Vanguard. Vanguard looks shit. I kind of ruined a tradition for myself that I'd been doing for years, but I couldn't bring myself to buy Vanguard, so I didn't get it. But this was the first one that I bought on PS3 at the midnight launch. And I think this is my same copy too, that I bought all the way back then when it came out. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, it can't be because it's got a pre-owned sticker on the manual, so it's not. But yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It's a good game. And next up we have Resistance Fall of Man. Again, a shitty Platinum version. You know how I feel about Platinums. I don't actually mind the PS3 Platinums, to be fair, because I think it's mainly just the case, not the disc. Oh no, the disc had the box art, because this is the original disc. This isn't the Platinum disc. The Platinum discs have the box art, but they have like the silver around it, which I think I do own another one that has that, so I'll show you that when I get to it. But yeah, this doesn't have the manual, sadly, unless it didn't come with one. I don't know. Yeah, Resistance Fall of Man. People like the Resistance games. I haven't really played this one that much. I know some people that do speedrun them, so. Next up we have SmackDown vs Raw 2010. Probably one of my favourite wrestling games from back in the day. I really liked the... did this have Road to WrestleMania on it? I think... yeah, it did. I think this was the first one that introduced Road to WrestleMania. I really liked it. I don't like the new wrestling games now. I'm not really a big fan of wrestling anymore. But this game was good back in the day. And again, here we go. Army of Two. I spoke about it enough. You heard me talk about it on Xbox. Same thing, Army of Two. It's just PS3 instead. The only difference that I can note that I can talk about is they gave you the option on the PS3 version to do the flying with the parachute with the 6-axis, so you could turn the controller. That was fucking awful. Thankfully, you could turn it off. Yeah, Army of Two. And it was a great game. BioShock Infinite. It's blasphemy, but BioShock is one of my favorite games of all time. I love BioShock. When I was younger, I planned to get like the tattoos of the the infinity signs on my wrists. Never did, but I love BioShock. But I don't own BioShock 1 or 2 on console. I should get them. But this is the only one I own. And BioShock Infinite is also a fantastic game. Obviously not as good as the first two, but it's still a good game in its own right and holds up very well. Oh, it's got like an extra box art. I never noticed that it has a separate box art inside. I might actually have to switch that just for the fun. But yeah, BioShock Infinite, great game. And again, Army of Two, the 40th day. I told you that I own all of them on PS3 and Xbox. I just don't own Devil's Cartel physically on PS3. So this is the last time you see Army of Two, I promise. This one is not complete. I've already spoke about it enough, so yeah, Army of Two. Army of Two, the 40th day. Can't speak. Next up on PS3, again, we have Dead Space 2. I already spoke about this on the Xbox. Fantastic game, fantastic series. Please play it. Yes, please. And again, we're going to go with some platinum, and that is Grand Theft Auto 4. So this is the one that I think I do have the platinum disc. Oh no, it doesn't. Maybe I'm thinking wrong then. Am I thinking wrong about the platinum discs? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I don't think I have another platinum. Oh no, I do. I've got another platinum. I think that's the one that's got the platinum disc. Yeah, so it's obviously a platinum case, but it's not a platinum disc. It's also not complete. But Grand Theft Auto 4. A lot of people didn't like Grand Theft Auto 4. I really enjoyed Grand Theft Auto 4. I know a lot of people that do like Grand Theft Auto 4. Very good game. Always a good one. Here is a very good one. Lost, the video game. So in America, this is called Lost Via Domus, which is funny because on CEX's website they actually list it as Lost Via Domus, even though here it's not called that. But this is, it's a game. It's a game. It's not a good game by all means, but if you like Lost, I was obsessed with Lost a few years ago, and I bought this, and I did some speedruns of it. It's a good game. If you like Lost, it's a good game. It's also complete. I ended up having 2 copies of this. I gave one to Liam to own, so, or Hecky. So yeah, Lost. If you like Lost, play this. One, here we go with the goodies. Uncharted: Drake's Fortune, the game that started it all. I only recently just picked this up on physical. I haven't owned this physically in a long time, and it was I think like £1.50, which is ridiculous. This game, £1.50. It used to be really expensive. So I picked it up just so I could have it physical, because I didn't actually have this physically, so I wanted it. And of course, classic. Obviously, it's not as good as the other ones. It doesn't hold up very well, especially the PS3 version, but great game. Oh, and here's a goodie. I'm just going to show you this now. I was going to show you the normal one first, but I'll just show you this. So this is the game. This is the only Japanese game I own on PlayStation 3, and it is Uncharted 2. This box art is fantastic. I mean, just look at Lazarevich down there. That is Lazarevich in that corner. He doesn't. It's not really showing well, but he is fantastic. So this the whole appeal of this is the box art. It's amazing. Let's just look at them. Look at so he looks fat. But I own this because I'm a speedrunner, so I test stuff, and I was testing this for the PS2 version. And it's cool. It's got like a pure black disc, so the disc's different. And I do love the manual for this version. It's blue. It's like icy, and it's great. So I do like this version. It's also got like a nice picture underneath as well. It's like shiny gold. And you can get this version pretty cheap actually. If you're in the UK, a lot of people are usually selling it, like from imports anyway. You don't have to get it imported yourself. A lot of people will sometimes say that's how I got it. Someone was selling it, so I bought it. I think it's like £7. And yeah, so Uncharted 2. I do own the normal version as well on PS3, so we'll get to that soon. But yeah, Uncharted 2 Japanese version. And next up, we have the best UFC game, and that is UFC 3 Undisputed. I love this game. I played this game so much. I don't really play it now. I only recently picked it up again because I didn't have it on physical. And this case is not the best condition. The entire thing is not the best condition. It's also ripped in the corner, if you can see. Up there, it's like ripped. It's not the best, but I just wanted to own it, so I got it. It's also dirty inside as well, as usual CX fashion is. But I bought it to own it. But this is a good. If you like UFC, you need to play this one. It's very good. This one also has the Pride mode as well, as you can see there, introducing Pride, or featuring Pride. Sorry, very good. Oh, here's a great game. And again, CEX coming up top bins. Demon's Souls, the original Demon's Souls on PS3. So I bought this after playing the remake. I wanted to play through the original, and I loved it. Again, I loved the remake, and I loved this. I never played this until I bought the remake, and then I bought this. But again, this was £20 from CX, and the inlay is ruined. It's like they do it to me on purpose. Like everything else is perfectly fine, but they also gave me the red case. But the thing showed the blue one. I don't know, it was weird. But anyway, everything's fine apart from the inlay. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like it's warped. You can see that it's warped, like it's been damaged, like a little bit of water damage or whatever. So again, CX coming up great with like the condition of their games. Like I know I'm like moaning about CX a lot, but I do love CX. But like I said, when you order a game online from CX, it is a gamble what condition it's going to come in, and this is one that just didn't come in very good condition, sadly. And here is Dead Space 3. So this is the physical version. This is a new addition to my collection. I haven't had it very long. I mainly bought it to like down patch the game to do the platinum, to use the foam finger thing on hardcore, just because I was getting pissed off trying to do hardcore legit because the game's so dumb. That's the only trophy I need to get the platinum, is just beat the game on hardcore. Yeah, this is not complete. It does not have the manual. I did own this physically on PS3, but I gave it to Hecky, so I had to pick my own up again. So yeah, also need to sort out that sticker. Yeah, Dead Space 3. A lot of people don't like Dead Space 3, but it holds up on its own. It's a decent game. Speaking of Dead Space, we have the original Dead Space. Again, the game that started it all. Fantastic game. I don't know what else to say. Dead Space is a fantastic series. If you've never played Dead Space, please play them. Also, is this one complete? Yeah, this is also complete, but again, fucking stickers on the inlay. Well, here's a good one. Here is a good one. So, Saw. I love the Saw films. I was infatuated with them. The story of the Saw films was, it fascinated me so much. I loved it. So I bought the games after I'd finished it, and I played through them. And this game is really good. It's also a very easy platinum. If you're a platinum trophy hunter, this has got a very easy platinum. Pretty much all you have to do is finish the game, and then there's like 1 or 2 miscellaneous trophies. It's really easy to platinum. And it's not that expensive. I think you can pick this up for like £8 in CX. Yeah, Saw, very good game. Wanted Weapons of Fate. This was a game obviously that was released to, I think it was the time with the movie. I think it was around the same time. It came out around the movie time. And yeah, it's basically a game about Wanted. You know, if you've seen the movie, you kind of get the gist of what it's about. I've never really played it that much, so I can't really, you know, give my opinion on it, but it's pretty good. And here's a game that I don't even think I've touched. The Bourne Conspiracy. Obviously, it's a Bourne game. I've never even really watched the film, so I can't really say much about it. But yeah, that's it. It's a Bourne game. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's a Bourne game. And here we have Skate 3. For some reason, it is in a platinum case. I don't think it is platinum though, and it's not complete either. But Skate 3. This game is worth a bit of money on PS3. I think it's around £10 it sells for, which is, to be fair, nowadays most games are really cheap, so that's quite a bit for a game, at least in my opinion. But yeah, Skate 3, fantastic game if you love skateboarding. This is definitely the one you want to play. I played this game so much back in the day. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. A lot of people didn't like this game, and I don't know why. Because I really enjoyed it. When this game came out, I played this game so much. So much. I think I finished it like 3 times in a row. It is very good, it's very fun. So if you've never played this Prince of Persia because you think that everyone else thinks that it's bad, it's not. It's very good. Please play it. So, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Absolute classic. The game pretty much started it all when it came to like Call of Duty being like really big with the multiplayer. Oh yeah, this has got a platinum disc in, so it's platinum disc but normal case. Still pisses me off. But yeah, Call of Duty 4, absolutely fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. Then we've got Black Site. I don't actually know what this is about. I'm assuming it's aliens. I've never actually played it. I own it, but I've never actually played through it myself, so I don't know what it's about. But it seems cool. It seems cool. It's a first-person shooter. Maybe I will play it. I saw it the other day, and I was thinking about giving it a try. So maybe I will. Oh, Great game, great game. The Saboteur. If you know me, you know I love the Saboteur. I speedrun it very frequently over the past few years. I do actually want to go back to it. But this game is great. If you've never played this game, please play it. It's basically GTA set in like 1940s Paris. It's great. It's great. You're basically trying to stop the Germans or the Nazis from taking over Paris, and it is a very fun game. A lot of people say underrated gem. It's so sad as well because the studio pandemic shut down not long after they made this, so I don't know if it was because of this game, but play this game. It's very good. And here is my... Actually, I was speaking about UFC being my favorite UFC game, but it's not my favorite MMA game. This EA Sports MMA is my favorite MMA game. I love the fucking shit out of this game. I play this game every day. Most nights I would just be playing this online. I loved it. It had a unique feel to it compared to the other. It felt more realistic than arcadey, and I really enjoyed this game. If you love MMA, like the UFC games, and you've never played this, please play it. It's very good. Sadly, they shut down the online servers, and I loved playing online, so I can't play it now. But I have done speedruns of the career mode on legendary difficulty, but that's kind of like trivial. You just spam body punches straight away until they go down. So even on legendary, it's kind of pointless, but it's a good game if you want to play it. It's not. I don't think it's really good against the computer, but it's a shame that they shut down the servers. But it's a good game. Right, so we're gonna get into more rhythm games, and here we have Beatles Rock Band. What can I say? It is the Beatles, the classic Beatles, and it is a rock band game. And it is a very good game. If you like the Beatles and you like rhythm games and you have, like, you know, the guitar, the drum set, whatever, please play this. It is very good. And more rhythm games, we've got a couple coming up. Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. Again, the last installment. Well, technically, the last installment in the Guitar Hero series. You had a Guitar Hero Live, but the last installment in the 5-fret, green, red, yellow, blue, orange Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. Very good game, very good set list, a very good career mode. This game's pretty cheap to be fair, but the actual guitar for this one is actually quite expensive nowadays. But it's a very good game. And obviously, I spoke about this earlier on Xbox. Guitar Metallica, it is my favorite. The reason I own these on multiple platforms is because I don't have a guitar on PS3. The only guitar I own is for 360, but I do have a drum kit for PS3, so I have them all for like different systems so I can play them. But yeah, Guitar Metallica, you know, it's my favorite. I love it. I spoke about it earlier. It's great. And then here we are with the original Rock Band. I don't know, this game isn't as good for me as Rock Band 2. The setlist is kind of disappointing. It has a couple of good songs like Monsoon by Tokyo Hotel and stuff. It's got a couple of good songs, but I don't know. It's all right, but it's just the setlist it lacks for me on this game. But it's good. And then Guitar Hero 5. I own this, but I don't think I've ever actually played it, so I can't really comment on it too much. I'm not sure about the setlist. I know it's got Nirvana, and you can play as Kurt Cobain on all 4 like instruments. It looks pretty funny, and you can do Kung Fu fighting as Kurt Cobain. I know that much, but I've never actually played it myself. But I recently picked it up not that long ago to give it a try. So yeah, Guitar 5. Next up we have an absolute classic on the PlayStation 3, the original Infamous. This game is amazing. If you have never played the Infamous series, please play them. It's so good. If you like, you know, action games, open world with like some kind of superhero powers, kind of like Prototype and stuff like that, then this is a really good game. Again, it's a platinum disc, which is unfortunate, but I actually have a funny story about this, and again, can talk more about fucking CX. So I went into CEX with the intention of buying this game. This was years ago. I don't know when, but I went into the intention with buying this. I wanted it for my collection, and I bought it, and I didn't check it. I just came home, and when I opened it, right inside there was Infamous 2. So they'd put the wrong disc in, but I thought to myself, I actually wanted Infamous 2 anyway to play it. And Infamous 2 at the time was more money, so I kept the Infamous 2 disc, and I went back in and just bought Infamous 1 again. I ended up saving money just buying the same game twice, but I got both games, so that was really funny. Again, CX at its finest. And this is still the original one I bought. This is the original one. This is the case that I bought the first time, because the second time I bought it, it was I think it was a platinum one. But that's why I got the disc, and I just put the disc in this case. So this was the case that had Infamous 2 in, and I do have that same Infamous 2 disc over here somewhere. Let me try and see if I can find it. I do have it. I think it might be a bit dusty. Yeah, these are very dusty. But yeah, here we go. This is the exact disc that came in it. And I just never got rid of it. So yeah, Infamous. Fantastic game. And here we go, Red Dead Redemption. I talked about Under Nightmare before. I still need to try and finish this. But I have yet to. But I know a lot of people love this game, and I do want to still give it a try and finish it. And here is my regular, I say regular because it's not regular, but my normal copy of Uncharted 2. And I think this one has the normal disc in. Yeah, so it's a normal disc, but just a platinum case, which is unfortunate. But Uncharted 2, not the Japanese version. Obviously, you can see the box art looks a hell of a lot fucking different. But yeah, this is just a normal version of Uncharted 2. Yeah, this is my favorite Uncharted by far. I love this one. As you know, that I've speedrun this game for years on PlayStation 4, sorry, and PlayStation 5. It's amazing. And here is an absolute classic again. Mirror's Edge. If you've never played Mirror's Edge, please play it. It's very, very good. It's very short, depending on like how you play it, but it's a very good game. I love this game. I should go back and speedrun it again. I've been meaning to, but I think this is complete as well. Oh no, it's not. It's fine. Just the disc. Yeah, Mirror's Edge. If you've never played it, play it. Fantastic. And here's the final Uncharted in the PS3 series, and that is Uncharted 3. These games are really cheap now. You can again buy this one for about £1.50, which is insane to me. But yeah, Uncharted 3, not my favorite, probably my least favorite out of all of them. I don't know why. I can't dig it. There's a lot of sections in it that are quite boring. It feels weirdly paced, but it's still, you know, a great game. And again, Call of Duty Black Ops sticker edition, absolutely fucking caked in them. I need to clean this case, to be fair. But yeah, spoke about this already. Call of Duty Black Ops. Again. Oh, here's an interesting one. Shell Shock 2 Blood Trials. This game is, it is very, very interesting. If you've never heard of this game, because I don't know, it kind of flew under the radar, but the original Shell Shock was like just a regular, you know, Vietnam War type game. This game, on the other hand, took it a complete fucking U-turn. This game is about zombies. Let me try and read that. One click from hell. Battle to stay alive as the rookie GI Nate, immersed in the ultra-violent events of the Vietnam War. Use all the weapons at your disposal. Preserve ammunition in a frantic bid to save your brother Cal and unlock the secret of White Knight. Experience intense psychological horror, fear, and tension in a war that is worse than hell. And you can see like there's a zombie in the top right. So it's shit. I'm not gonna lie. You can, I mean, it's alright for a playthrough. But don't play this version. Play the PC version if you're gonna play it. Oh, did I open it? I forgot to open it. Is it complete? Yeah, it's complete. And here's an interesting one. Damnation. I don't really remember much about this, but it seemed pretty interesting. The little third-person game. I can't really say much on it though because I don't really remember much, to be fair. But it seemed cool at the time. More Resistance. So we have Resistance 2. Again, I didn't play the first one. I've barely played this one. I don't know why I own them. I just do. I think I collected them because I was gonna speedrun them back in the day, but I just never did. Yeah, Resistance 2. People love this series. It's a classic series. I've just never played it myself. And here's an interesting one. So talking about Saw 2 Flesh and Blood. Now this game, I don't remember. I bought it around the same time I bought the other Saw game, but I don't remember much about it at the time. But I do know that this game is worth quite a bit of money now for some reason. This sells for around £20 on CX. I don't know why the price has gone up, but it seems people want it more now, and it's worth more than the original Saw game. But I still need to finish this one. I didn't play it much, but I do want to finish it. So yeah, Saw 2 Flesh and Blood. And next up we have Guitar Hero 3 Warriors of Rock. Obviously I spoke about this already a bunch. Great game. And we have Hellboy, The Science of Evil. This game doesn't seem all that good, to be honest. From what I played, it seemed kind of whack, to be fair. It's got like a weird fixed camera angle perspective thing, but I think it's about £5 this year, so it's not cheap. It's not like, you know, really, really cheap. But I don't really have much to say about it. If it's something you want to try, you like Hellboy, then you should try it. And next up, we have Guitar Hero World Tour. I only own World Tour on PS3. Good game. It wasn't my favourite. I didn't really like the set list that much, but it's kind of grown on me a little bit. And then another Guitar Hero Aerosmith. Not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Aerosmith. I don't really like this game. There's like one song that I like, and that's it. I think that's the one with Run DMC. I do actually. There is some Aerosmith songs I do like, to be fair, but like Sweet Emotion, that's a good one. But that's it. Like honestly, Aerosmith. If you like Aerosmith, then. And here we have the best rock band, in my opinion. I don't have Rock Band 3. I did not like Rock Band 3. I couldn't dig Rock Band 3. I did not like the set list, so I didn't really bother keeping it whenever I had it. Rock Band 2 is probably my favourite. It's got a very good set list, and obviously, as you know, I love Paramore, and this has Paramore on it. So does World Tour, actually, to be fair, but this has Paramore, so yeah, that's what you get by Paramore. I love Paramore, so yep, Rock Band 2. And for the final PS3 game, we have Band Hero. I talk about Band Hero on Xbox. This one actually fucking works. So, and now we're going to move on to PS4. So I'm just going to get this one out of the way. So first up for my PS4 collection is my Black Ops 3. It is the hardened edition in the metal case. I do have the sleeve for it that went over it with the art book and stuff in, but it's in a different drawer. I just keep this on my shelf because it's easy to keep on my shelf. Yeah, Black Ops 3. And now we're going to get into the good stuff. So, The Last of Us, probably my favourite game of all time. Like my favourite game of all time. That I don't know. I love The Last of Us. Last of Us Part 2 kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, but this one is great. And obviously, you know, it started off me speedrunning. The disc is in my PlayStation. I do have it. It's just not in the case. But this started off my, you know, craze of speedrunning, because if it wasn't for this game, I would never have started speedrunning in the first place, and I probably wouldn't be here making this video right now. So it's thank you to this game. Fantastic. Next, we have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, the last installment in the Uncharted franchise. Obviously, this one you play as Chloe instead of Nate. I think this one is a lot better than Uncharted 4. In my opinion, I prefer this game way more. It's more tongue-in-cheek, more fun than Uncharted 4 was. Uncharted 4 was too serious for me, so I really like this game. And here we have Until Dawn. If you've been around for a while, you know that I love Until Dawn. I speedrun it a lot over the years. And if you've never played Until Dawn, I would. It's, you know, a horror game based on, you know, choices and actions you make. It's a very, very good game. This is the original version, not the extended edition, which is required for speedrunning because it's faster. So, I guess it's kind of hard to get off. You don't really know what you're gonna get if you buy the game, and the case could like say extended edition on it, but you'll get the regular disc or like the other way around. So it's kind of like a gamble. But yeah, Until Dawn. And speaking of Until Dawn, again I have the Japanese version. I think it's called, what's it called? It's got a specific name. I think it's like something mountain. That's what that text means underneath. Something Until Dawn, something mountain. But again, it's just Until Dawn, Japanese version. Pretty cool. And here is my only copy of the Nathan Drake collection now, and it is the Japanese one because I use it for speedrunning. It is faster. I did have my original Nathan Drake collection that I bought on release day. But I recently gave it to my little cousin because he wanted to play it, so I don't have that. But I didn't need it really, so I gave it to him. So this is my only copy of it, but this is the only one I need. So it is slightly faster for the speedrun. And this is an interesting one right here. So the story of how I got this is really funny. Atlas Trinity. So when Outlast 2 came out, they bundled Outlast, the Whistleblower DLC, and Outlast 2 into this pack. And my plan was to just get this to play Outlast 2. But me and my mom had like a miscommunication at the time, and she ended up ordering... No, I told her to not get this and I would just buy Outlast 2 on its own digitally, and we ended up miscommunicating and she still ordered this. So I ended up getting this and the digital version, but I kept this. I'm kind of glad I did actually, because it's worth a bit of money. This in CX right now goes for about £20, which is really surprising to me. Yeah, it's got 2 discs. So you got Outlast 1 and the Whistleblower DLC, and you got Outlast 2 over this side. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm actually kind of glad I own this, just because it's a physical version of Outlast. Fucking dog shit. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, pile of crap. No, disgusting, absolute shit. That's good. The Modern Warfare remaster, but that's fucking dog shit. Dog shit. Worst multiplayer. Fucking awful game. I don't know what they were thinking when they released this dog crap. The only reason I still own this is just because you need to own this to play this. So ignore that, and that's the game. Modern Warfare remaster. There you go. That is my only FIFA game. FIFA 14. I really enjoyed this one, so I just kept it over the years. My favourite is 15 though, but I haven't played them in a long time. Literally after 15 I stopped, so I have not played them in years. But I still own this one. Oh, this is an interesting one. The Order 1886. I've never finished it yet. I still want to try and get the platinum on it, but this is interesting because I bought this from CEX. And it's all good and dandy. The disc is, you know, good and dandy, but the actual sleeve, I'm 100% sure is fake. Like the actual sleeve, the inlay itself is blurry. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the camera, but it looks fake. So CX sold me this, and I'm pretty sure it's got a fake case, but I don't really care. And here we have Guitar Hero Live. I think this is going to be the last Guitar Hero game you are going to see. And this one was interesting. This one was a shot in the dark, I'd say, but it had potential, but it just didn't hit it. It's got some good stuff. So it had the new guitar with like the 6 frets, 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and it was decent, but it used mainly. So it has songs on it. It also has Paramore, so that's good. But it has songs on it, But its main selling point was the Guitar Hero TV, and you'd play like songs live through like music videos. You can compete against other people, but it was like a paid kind of service where you needed to pay to play the songs. It didn't go very well, and they ended up shutting that down. And now pretty much all you can do is play the main story. This is not worth a lot of money. Even with the guitar, this is worth pretty much jack shit. So I mean, that just kind of sums it up, to be honest. But I've owned it the entire time I've had it. I've still got the guitar somewhere. Maybe I'll play it again one day, I don't know. But I was never a fan of the original set list, apart from the one Paramore song, which I never even unlocked. So, yeah. And here we go with a good one. Marvel's Spider-Man. Fantastic game. Obviously, most people know about this. Fantastic game. I have the remastered version on PS5, so I don't really need this, but I just got it for the sake of having it. This is not my original copy. I ended up having to buy it again. Yeah, great game. And here is Last of Us Remastered again, and it pretty much looks the same, but this is the Japanese version. I don't really use this version. I kind of just had it to have it. The disc is different. It's got their faces like that. Obviously, I can't really compare because I can't show you the disc for the regular one because it's in my console. Yeah, it's just a Japanese version. It's got some gripes like I'm used to pressing circle in the menus from Uncharted 2 on the Japanese version, but this one has that. But you also then have to use X to use the crafting menu in the inventory. That's what I didn't like. That's why I stopped playing this version. We're navigating some big chonkers. So this is my original copy of Uncharted 4 when it released, the special edition, and everything is still in there. So we have the steelbook. Got a bit of dust on it, but the original steelbook with the game, as you can see. And then we also have in here the original stickers still in the cellophane, never been opened. And then the art book as well. So you got some of the cool stuff in there. I think this is actually worth a little bit of money. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously this is a lot older, quite an older game, like 7 years. So to have this still is pretty nice. But I don't like Uncharted 4. I think it's dog shit. And then we have this, the special edition of The Last of Us Part 2. Everyone knows how I feel about this game. If you've been around for a while, I don't like it. I hate it. The story's dog shit. But I did want the physical version, so I bought the game twice. I own it digitally and I own this. So obviously you've got the steelbook right here. I don't think this one came with stickers, but you got... Also, these have been used, so don't even bother. We've got the discs, the install disc, the play disc, and then we have the art book as well. Again, kind of the same style as the Uncharted one. Pretty cool. I don't know how much this is worth, but I think it's about, you know, 40-50 pounds still compared to like the original, the regular game. Yeah, Last of Us Part 2. And now for my final PS4 game. I think it's actually my most expensive, which is surprising, and that is Spider-Man Miles Morales. For some reason, this is worth more than the PS5 version. CEX sell this for £35, and yet they sell the PS5 version for £18. I think it's because of the fact that if you own this, you can play the PS4 version and the PS5 version. So with this, I was able to get both platinum. So I platinumed the PS4 version and the PS5 version both on PS5. But if you have only the PS5 version, you can only play the PS5 version. So I think that's why. So if you're going to buy Miles Morales, you better off buying this, because then you can have both versions. But yeah, this is a fantastic game. I think I like this one maybe more than the regular Spider-Man, but it's a very good game. And now moving on to PS5. There's not many. I've got Demon's Souls. Obviously, I spoke about this earlier with the original, and how I bought the original after I played this. I've had my PS5 for a while, but there's not many games on it that have come out that I want to play, so I haven't really bought many. I mainly just still played my PS4 games on it. Yeah, Demon's Souls, absolutely fantastic game. If you own a PS5, You have to play this. It is really, really good. Very good. And then we got Alan Wake Remastered, which is the most recent PS5 game I've actually bought. I love Alan Wake. I wanted to get the remaster to play it. I still haven't actually played it. Probably will at some point. I don't know. I'm not really feeling the remake. It feels weird. I might get it on PC. But yeah, Alan Wake Remastered. And the final PS5 game we have is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I have not played it. I don't plan on playing it. Never really been a fan of Ratchet & Clank. The only reason I have it is because it came with my PS5 bundle. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If anyone wants this game, hit me up. I'll give it to you. And then, last but not least, we have PC. So I have a couple of PC physical games I'm going to go through. And that will be it for my collection. So first off, we have Spider-Man 2002. This is probably my favorite PC game I own. Just the fact that to be able to have it physical. It's not expensive, but it's not exactly cheap. And I got it for really cheap. So yeah, being able to own the PC version, this is pretty cool. Especially since I don't own the PS1 version. But yeah, this game has a lot of issues on modern systems. It does not work on my PC, but it works on my streaming PC. So I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, Spider-Man 2000. Then we have again the last but not least and the final version of Dead to Rights PC. Probably the worst version out of them all. I could go on and on about this version, but I was going to make a separate video about this, and I might as well just talk about it now briefly. But this version has a really bad issue where every single enemy that shoots, their fire rate is faster. No matter what you do. So if you play this game at 30 FPS, they shoot faster than they do on any console version. And if you play at really high FPS, they never stop. So basically the way it works is when they shoot you in this game, they go like do-do-do, and then they stop. And they go do-do-do, and then they stop. On the console version, they go do-do to 2 bullets, and they stop, and then do it again. With a higher frame rate, on the PC version, they don't stop. They just keep shooting. They never take that break, so you just get demolished. But even if you cap it to 30 FPS, they go do-do-do-do, and then stop. So you get shot more. It's shit. Technically, it would be faster for the speedrun, but it's way harder. You will die way more. It's just not even worth it. Considering it doesn't even save much more time than the Xbox version. Yeah, that's right. It's PC shit version, but I still own it. Again, we have Lost, the video game for the PC. This was bought for speedrun testing, but it actually turned out that the PS3 version loaded faster for some reason. So it's nice to have, but if you're going to play this, you play it on console. Then we have this really shitty game. I don't actually know why I bought it, but I have it. It's called Damon Vector. It's not even an English game. As you can see, it's in a different language. It's a game. It's like an RPG, third person. It seems alright, to be fair, but I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. And then last but not least, the final game of the collection video. I can't believe I'm ending with this one. Enter the Matrix. This is the last game of the collection. This my dad picked up for me from a car boot randomly. Didn't need it, but he bought it. So obviously I'm not going to say no. Yeah, it's just Enter the Matrix for the PC. PC version is the best version anyway, if you're going to do speedrun and stuff. But you need a specific patch regardless, so you'd have to down patch probably anyway, depending on, or upgrade the patch depending on when this is released. But yeah, Enter the Matrix. And that's it for the games. But there is a couple of bonus things that I do want to show, because my holy grail is not a game. So, as you know, probably know, most definitely know, I am a very big fan of Paramore. Huge fan of Paramore. And I own something that was kind of, I don't know, it was something I wasn't expecting to own. So I went through a time when I was collecting all of the mainline albums and some singles. So I own this. This is the Paramore Live in the UK 2008 album. There was only 1,000 of these ever made, and I own one. This was quite a bit of money to buy, but this is not my holy grail because I knew what I was buying when I bought this. I paid for this. But my holy grail is right here. You may be thinking like, okay, well, it's just a, you know, regular single, the Misery Business single. And that's what I thought when I bought it. I bought it from, I think it was eBay. It was one of those Music Magpie listings where they obviously sell a bunch of CDs and you just get one random. And I was like, okay, cool. I actually, do you remember when I bought it? And I had it sitting there for actually a couple of days before I even opened it, because I bought it, I took it out. I didn't even open the case, I just put it on my shelf. And then I opened it, and that's when I was blown away. It is signed by the entire band. Whenever this came out, I think it was around, it might have been signed around 2008, 2009, but it is signed by every member of the band at that time. So I don't know how much of this is worth, but it could be worth upwards of like £100 to £150. And I paid £2 for this. This was a random thing that happened, and I wanted to have something signed that eventually I was probably going to buy something, but I didn't even need to because I got this basically for free. So this is my most valuable item, my treasure right here. It's not a game. Yeah, that's everything. What I'm probably gonna do is, depending like if it goes well, I might in the future when I pick up more games do like a pickups thing to show you what games I have, because I do like collecting games, so I might show you what I've collected just to keep my collection up to date, so you know what I've added to my collection and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my collection. I know that was a very, very long video. But I wanted to show off my collection in detail and talk about all the games as much as I could, because I'm very passionate about it and I like to talk about my games, especially when it comes to speedrunning and stuff like that, and games that I really enjoy. So yeah, thanks for watching.